pickaxe.
You are listening to Nordrassil Radio.
Okay, welcome to Nordrassil Radio. This is obviously the host tonight, DJ Stayven, on tonight's special show of How to Yogscast. With me tonight, joining me are obviously Lewis and Simon. So,
Hello,
and welcome. As everyone most likely knows, they are the hosts of Yogscast, which is awesome. So,
got an S in it.
To start off then,
It's okay.
Yogscast. I'm pretty sure I said that, but I don't know, I'm speaking fast.
Play it back and check.
We can, this is this true.
Let's just start over again.
When the podcast's uploaded, we can check it instead of say. With me tonight is Lewis and Simon on the Yogscast.
Hello.
And
Very smooth.
so yes, nothing happened. Basically, to start off then, I'll start with Simon. Tell me a bit about yourself and Yogscast, just to start us off.
Yes, I'm Simon. Hello. I'm known as Honeydew on the internet. I play a hunter, which is named Honeybeard. If you can see, there's a theme running through the names there. I don't really do much for the Yogscast, to be honest. It's Lewis that does all the work. He works his little ass off. He certainly does. His little bony ass. His little bony, pale, hairless ass.
And your hairy ass is the star of the show. I'm merely the man who puts you on the internet so everyone can enjoy you.
You're like the conduit.
Yeah. I'm like the trumpet, and you're the voice behind it, blowing the trumpet.
I was going to say voices don't actually do anything to a trumpet. It's someone making like a harp sound with their lips pursed. Which pretty much sums up the Yogscast, really, doesn't it? It's basically us in a nutshell right there.
Just as a little disclaimer, I would normally say this before we start, but I kind of forgot. This show may contain some explicit language and things that you may not want to hear as a little kid. So, warning!
Did we swear already then? I usually
Probably.
bleep Simon's explicit lyrics out.
I was careful. I was very careful.
We don't need to bother now. We said a disclaimer, so we're free to say whatever the fuck we want.
Don't
so
say that anything, so give permission like that. Good grief.
The last time I did an interview on the radio was in Cardiff when I was at university there, and I was being interviewed because I did a radio play, which is long forgotten, long lost in the mists of time. And the guy who was interviewing me took me off the air and asked me to leave because he interrupted an Alanis Morissette song by talking over it, and I called him a bastard. So, interesting anecdote there.
Yeah.
We should find this and post this radio play online, because I'm sure it'll be very interesting to listen to.
Christ
young
knows
Simon.
where they are. They're gone. They're lost forever.
It's
Pretty
like
much.
those Lost Dad's Army episodes, you know?
It is, yeah.
And people like put out, in the future, people put out like did you record Dad's Army when it was on in 1974? You know, and
If so,
The team of people will be like remastering.
some granny will send in like a cassette tape of your Cardiff radio interview. Might be
yeah,
your granny's got it.
proper, good old VCRs, you know. Those were the days.
Oh man.
I don't miss those days. I don't miss them. I like streaming films. Obviously, I pay for them.
Yeah, sure you do. Sure.
Of course I do.
Everyone pays for everything here. None of us has ever downloaded anything illegally and ever. And,
No.
and yeah, we're all saints.
Boring anecdote time. If
Oh,
you're
God.
interested.
Oh God! Here
You
we
know my
go.
Fallout New Vegas that I got the other day? I went to install it with the CD and I realised my CD drive on my computer doesn't, it's plugged in because I never, ever, ever used it for anything. I plugged in a drive with Windows installed on it, and so I've never used the CDs. But I downloaded it on Steam in about half an hour, so in fact it was actually quicker than installing it from the CD in anyway. So
Yeah. we
What
love
internet
Steve.
do you guys use?
What ISPs are we on?
Yeah, same thing.
I'm on
Both
Virgin.
Yeah, we're on Virgin.
Well,
What,
not but I am on.
No.
What speeds are you at? Because I know England tends to be kind of shite for internet speed.
I've got 50 meg, which is kind of
Nice.
handy for the uploading.
Yeah.
Simon's on the cheapest one that he can afford. I think.
I'm on like 10. Yeah. Oh God! It's enough for me to watch the Yogscast, and that's about it.
No, the reason I was asking is because I always find it annoying where it's sort of like someone in Sweden says, "Oh, what internet have you got?" So I've got 20 meg internet connection. I'm paying about £25 a month. And he's like, "All right, fair enough." Well, I'm paying about €15 a month for about 150 meg, and it's like, you bastard.
If you're in Sweden, they have
Ridiculous, yeah, it's mental. And for much cheaper than our shitty connections, which always annoys me.
Sweden's basically paradise, isn't it?
Yeah. You get like
Very
a free
much.
sauna with your
There's
flat.
blonde girls everywhere. There's saunas.
This is true.
There's
It's full of
pickled
meatballs.
herring.
Everyone's
I love
good
me some
looking.
pickled herring.
Everyone's good looking in Sweden, I found.
What about Rithian? He's a bit rough. I'm not sure about him.
You haven't seen Morfar yet. It's a shame he's not listening. Otherwise, I could do more ridiculing.
Oh,
dear.
God.
But Morfar is Swedish.
I think it's racist to do that, actually.
Yeah, can't do that. You can't mock people for how they talk. Heavens above.
No, I'm sure no one would ever do that. Especially not Team America. With Dugga Dugga, Muhammad Jihad.
Oh no, just because they did it doesn't mean it's right.
No. Come on.
No, but it's not classed as racism when I'm repeating a quote from a movie.
Right, we should move on from casual racism.
Look, it's not your show, Lewis. You don't.
Oh,
you don't
sorry.
get to call the shot.
Oh, yeah.
On an unrelated matter, we should move on from casual racism.
Okay, I agree with that, man. It's good. It's a good statement. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Oh. So, what topics are we covering in this illustrious
Everything.
interview? Everything.
I remember having some fun with you guys on beta the other day when you were taming your army of scorpions
Oh yeah, the Jaffa.
and setting them upon me.
Yeah, well that was after we tamed the Jaffasaurus army, Jaffasauri, and unleashed them on unexpecting low-level horde. But yeah, we killed you with those scorpions, didn't we? I think Simon tamed about 50 worms in Silithus after that, didn't you?
Yeah. I wanted to tame a worm, and I kind of forgot that with the tame beast bug, you can actually tame any pet anywhere, as long as you've got it in your cool pet thing. You can just use any trash pet to tame an army of the pets that you want. So I flew all the way to Silithus, tamed 12 of these worms, and then I realised that I was just stuck in Silithus with all these worms. So I went at war with the Cenarian Circle, and I attacked Cenarian Hold.
And didn't you
And,
instantly get killed by level 85 guard?
Yeah, the guards are now at level 85. My pets had about 6k health, their base health, and
That was funny. I remember doing it with the scorpions where we were dueling and you were just like testing the damage and stuff on me, and I was begging you to pop thorns and you were going to move on, so you're like, fine. Like, thorns. And they all die apart from the real one, which has got like 90,000 health, whereas everyone else has 6.
It's not a very good bug, is it?
No. It looks cool.
it does, yeah.
You could pretend to be Ronin with your raptor army.
See, I didn't know about that. I didn't know he had a raptor army.
Stayven,
Otherwise
do you
I
have
would
like a
make
bookshelf full of World of Warcraft fiction in your room?
No, I don't, but I have read all of the World of Warcraft books, and I do love all the lore. And, yeah.
You're a bit of a
I'm
nerd.
kind of sad in that way. I am a very big nerd, but then that's why I'm in Ensidia. It's because I'm a nerd.
How much of like the shattering and all the really cool like lore are we gonna miss? I mean, as an ordinary WoW player, like if you don't buy her book, how much stuff is just you're gonna wake up the next morning and like, you know, Bane's taken over from Khan and
The world's
Moira's-
changed,
Moira's
and
in
people in
charge.
game have got no idea what happened, and you have to read the books to find out.
Well, it's not so detailed as that, really. I mean, they do explain a lot of it in game. There has been a bit of story there. It's just it goes into so much more detail in the books, and the books like explaining, for example, the War of the Ancients, where it's about Malfurion and Illidan, who are obviously brothers, growing up, and how they split into their different paths. Illidan being more dark magic, and Malfurion being the first Night Elf druid and being taught by Cenarius.
Was it all
And-
over a girl? Was it all over Tyrande? Was that it?
It pretty much
Illidan went
was,
all
but it was a
on,
bit
though,
deeper
yeah.
than that. And,
She doesn't
yeah.
love me. She doesn't even look at me or know that I exist. I
Exactly.
become a demon hunter and become evil.
Yep, and he got blessed by Sargeras, which is why he had his eyes removed and became the blindfold on, but yet could see.
Yeah. Ooh.
She turned into like a dwarf at the end there. Did you notice? A little cry.
Oh dear. Hey, Ollie. Yeah. Sorry.
A lot of people have been requesting you to do your voices, so feel free to.
Oh god. Okay. By Militant Spirit. Like that.
Exactly what people are looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It's weird because
It's-
my hunter is a female dwarf, but she's called Honeybeard, which sounds a bit rude, really.
Well, female dwarves do traditionally have beards in lore,
Just not on their
which
face.
is quite disturbing.
This is why you have to have a warning before the show.
Okay, fine. Let me rephrase that. In lore, female dwarves tend to have several beards.
Oh my god. The armpits, there's beards there.
Stop it.
Moustaches as well.
Yeah, you lift up your arm, you've got like a little goatee. It's like, yeah.
Oh god.
I'm not sure. I mean, like, I don't know. Like Tolkien's dwarves, female dwarves, did they have beards? Like back in the day when he first envisaged the Dwarven race, and everyone ripped off it.
I think that Tolkien was innately sexist, and he didn't even consider that female dwarfs existed. And when someone called him on it, he said, "Oh yeah, there are. They just look the same as the men."
That's it, you see. I mean, ironically, in Lord of the Rings Online, I believe, there isn't actually a choice for female dwarf. There's
No,
female other classes, other races, but there's just dwarf.
We tried to make them, didn't we, Lewis? When we
did.
played the free-to-play version. We
I made a
some videos
lovely
about it.
Dwarven lady with a luxurious beard running down her front, like a sort of worm. Oh dear.
Ugh, a wormy beard. That sounds delightful. Lovely.
Not the
Lovely.
most attractive quality of a woman.
Having a beard. Unless she's in a circus. No, it isn't. No, not really.
The bearded lady.
Mmm.
It's not good. I don't know why you'd want to advertise the fact that you have a fat ass beard instead of shaving every day and making sure no one the hell knows.
Okay, can we move on from beard?
Look, Lewis, you're not in charge. When are you going to realise
I would have cut that last bit out of the latest YoGPoD, you know. This is the kind of thing I think, when it goes, like, when we start talking about beards for too long, I always think, right, I
You
need
can't. It's impossible to talk about beards for too long. Very
Well,
interesting. Beards.
That's actually quite.
Very
That interests me now. How much do you tend to record for each of your YoGPods, and then how much do you have to cut out? Is it like
Hour.
you record, say, an hour, and you cut it down to 10 minutes or something?
1 minute, more like. See, this is the thing. We've been recording so many videos and so much content's gone into those that we've just had nothing left over for YoGPods. And the whole reason that we started the podcast is because it was like leftover material that didn't make it into the videos. And now we're stuck making like 3-4 videos a fricking day. Do you like how I said fricking instead of fucking there? I was trying to be nice because you're on the radio.
Just slipped up. No one noticed. Carry on.
Okay. So everything's gone into the videos, so we've not really had the content to make any podcasts, and people are really upset. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. But look, we've got this instead. Isn't this great?
Yeah.
And there'll be like links. We'll be, saying download this. This is our new podcast. It's just a one-off though. We put all the effort into it, and we'll take all the glory for it as well.
Well, we'll obviously be posting it on our website as well, being alongside the TotalBiscuit podcast. But
We do.
It will
There
be
is
good.
one in the works, actually. I've been saving up a bit of material, so there is a podcast in the works. It's just that
awesome.
the podcasts do take a lot longer to edit because they are longer, and also I tend to want to make them a bit more clean and easy to listen to. Whereas with a video, because you're watching a video, you don't necessarily mind if there's sort of a few seconds of pause or we don't say
Rambling.
in a few minutes, or if we just ramble about guff. Whereas on the podcast, I try and I don't cut that much guff out. It's mostly full of guff. So that's pretty much
The pressure with when it's just audio is that everything, like every single minute, has to be entertaining and listenable. But when it's a video, people are occupied watching what's on screen, so it doesn't matter. You could just be making fart noises for 10 minutes, and you'd still get shitload of views.
Well, that's exactly why we started doing the videos in the first place, because people were doing that on YouTube, getting loads of views for just making terrible, terrible content. And my philosophy is, if you see something and you think I can do better than that, you often can. So go ahead and do it.
You see, there we go. There's something inspirational for all you would-be YouTubers out there who are
Or
listening.
anything, any aspect of life. If you think I could do that, do it and see where it takes you.
I want to be an astronaut, Lewis. I want to be a dragon astronaut.
See, that'd take you up into outer space as a dragon, which would be quite impressive.
A
I want to
dragon.
be an actual dragon astronaut.
Okay.
That was my dream ever since I was a child.
Why dragon?
I like dragons. I just think it'd be cool to be a dragon, and not just any dragon, but a dragon astronaut. Like, you'd have to wear like a spacesuit and a helmet and everything, because
Why
dragons
not?
can't breathe in space, can they? That's just be
Unless
silly.
you're necessarily the aspect of magic, like Malagos, for example, and you could magic up some space-breathing spell.
Well, no,
I
but the
won't
thing
do
is,
that. I won't
obviously,
do
like,
one.
we're very scientifically minded. Simon's talks about Cardiff, university. He was studying astrophysics. My job is a science journalist. We think about things on a very logical and straightforward level. I mean, if you think about a dragon astronaut, right? The dragon's scaly skin would probably be sufficient to be a space suit. I mean, it would probably hold the pressure of space.
That is true. They have
So,
got
yeah,
very
but I get
powerful. Apart from
cold.
that
I get
underbelly.
very cold.
No, you wouldn't.
They
though,
might
'cause
need,
Simon, come on, you don't get cold in space. It's no
It
air
is,
to
it's
transfer
cold.
heat.
It's
There's no-
really
It is
cold
cold.
out there.
It's not. It's not. There's
It
no.
is,
How
it's
how does the heat
freezing.
transfer work?
What's Halley's Comet made out of, Lewis?
Ice.
All right, you got me.
Now, when Halley's Comet was made by God, it was water, right? But he made it in space, and so
Very
it
cold.
froze.
He made.
And that's how it
space
works.
Very cold.
So,
Okay.
so yeah.
Either that
yeah.
or he just threw a snowball.
Oh, we might have done. Yeah. Who was he throwing it at though? Satan?
Yeah.
You think
He just-
it'd melt?
Satan deflected it and it kind of went wreckaging out. That's why he did, you see? He threw it at Satan. Satan
like-
deflected it and it melted into like a ball of water, which then went back into space and froze and has been circling ever since.
Is this like Squirtle versus Charlizard? Charlizard.
Charlizard. What's a Charlizard?
See, Simon missed Pokemon by about 15 years. Therefore, his knowledge of Pokemon is based on like spurious half education. On what
Although
Charlizard.
speaking of Pokemon, do you guys know what the Pokemon Blastoise looks like?
Uh,
That's the fully evolved form of Squirtle, goes Squirtle, Wartortle, then Blastoise, and that's
You
the
have
like.
a shelf full of Pokemon models.
No, I don't. But I
Your
used to
bedroom.
play it when I was a lot younger. But Blastoise is the big blue one with the big shell and has the 2 cannons out the back of it. The shell.
Okay.
That's
Right.
interesting. What's that got to do with anything?
I'm only mentioning it because if you look at the link that I just posted on IRC for the Google definition of a town called Castor, it says Castor is a village in Belgium, part of the municipality of Anzegem. Don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. Recently, the town made headlines when a serial rapist dressed as a Blastoise Pokemon raped and killed 65 men.
I don't think that's a true news story.
I think it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's real. There's something about it that sort of sits wrong with me. I don't know what it is.
But it's actually on Google definitions and it's been there for months and they haven't removed
hear
it,
that?
which I thought they would have done.
Yeah, you're scratching your
I'm scratching my
double.
beard. I'm like pondering, going, something isn't right about this.
But it's been there for ages. I don't know if it is true or not, but it's just the way that it probably is, but it just sounds awesome.
Did someone
Stayven.
hack Google?
How would we have not heard about this if a man dressed as a Blastoise raped and killed 65 men in Holland? I kind of think it would have
Belgium.
hit the international news.
Well, apparently it made headlines,
No, I didn't see it on
It is.
BBC.
but I don't remember seeing it.
If they didn't
But I-
report it on Radio 1, then I didn't hear about it. Chris Moyle didn't mention it.
Well, they probably can't mention rape too much on Radio 1 and probably
Of course
scare
they
people.
can. They can't just censor anything if it's a bit, oh, you're a bit scared of rape. We won't mention it then. Nothing would
Some
ever get
people are quite sensitive.
I mean, if there's a serial rapist on the loose, how would they handle it if they're not allowed to mention he's a rapist? Do they just speak as though they're talking to a child?
A man dressed as
He's a very bad man.
There's a nasty man out there. Please stay away from him. He's dressed as a giant turtle, and if he offers you any sweets in the back of his van, just say no, okay?
Like that.
Now eat your
I
bean.
do.
Anyway, so... Oh, God.
Fun things you tell your children.
When you were at school, you kind of were in the era where Margaret Thatcher was taking away your milk. I think that was kind of the era in which you were brought up as a child. I mean, it's a different world today, Simon.
It was an idyllic time. I mean, before Maggie Thatcher, there were no paedophiles and we had free milk.
Yeah.
And then Maggie Thatcher came into power, our milk was taken away, hence her being called, Maggie Thatcher the Milk Snatcher. Because she snatched away my milk.
Out of your poor toddler.
Yeah. And suddenly there's like raging gangs of paedophiles
Dressed as
Just-
Pokemon.
dressed as different all 151 Pokemon.
Varieties.
Yeah.
See, it turns out, actually, with scientific research, that milk is actually a paedophilia suppressant, which is why when she took it away, the paedophilia rose, you see?
Oh, okay.
Roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got I think we need citation needed on that one.
Yeah, I'll include it as a footnote.
Okay.
Yeah.
we can do
Oh,
that.
good. So we've had oh my god, let's move on.
We've
You're not in
got through quite a
charge,
decent
Sid.
amount
You're
of
not in
stuff.
charge.
These topics, oh my god, casual racism, in
It's not
beards,
our fault.
whatever
It's the
that
guy
second one was.
interviewing us. It's this guy Stayven. It's his fault. He's
Yeah,
the
I blame
top
Stayven.
Topic.
Stephen, I heard a horse ran into your car and crushed your neck, and that's why.
Oh my god!
What happened?
What?
Yeah.
A horse fell on your car.
I've not been able to work for quite about a year. In fact, the 5th of November last year, it's nearly a 1-year anniversary. I had a car accident because there was wild horses where I live and dark country roads with bushes on the side of them. And one ran out from behind a bush,
Horses.
and I kind of hit it with my car because I
away.
couldn't stop in time. And my car was a 2-seater soft top, and the horse kind of landed on the roof.
Horses. Wow! Wow!
So, for all talking purposes, I can actually say I got hit over the head with a horse.
Lovely horse, my lovely horse.
It died.
running
It died.
through the
So the
field.
horse died. How was the car? Was the car okay?
The car was written off, horse was dead, and I broke my neck in 3 places.
All in all, there could have been a better outcome from all of this.
Well, to be fair, the chance of me actually surviving was sub 1% without being paralysed or have any form of movement loss. So I'm pretty happy at the outcome. If I had to hit a horse and it had to hit me over the head, this is the way I'd like it to be done.
I mean, what did you think was going to be the best outcome of him crashing his car into a horse, Simon? That the car would be
kind of big,
fine, there would be no damage. The horse would be, oh, sorry, would you like to have dinner? And then they had dinner, and it was lovely, and like got the restaurant owner said, oh, you're the lucky millionth customer. Here you go, here's a free meal.
Exactly. I know.
That would have been the best outcome.
Unfortunately, I forgot to spray my car with the horse repellent, so it would have bounced off if I'd have remembered. But I screwed up, you see.
If you put turtle wax on it, the horse just would have slid past. It would have hit the bonnet, and it just would have slided. It would have just slided over the car gently,
Turtle
like a little
wax?
breeze. Turtle wax.
It's
turtles. You
have to pick a turtle's ear for ages and get all the earwax out, you know.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm surprised I haven't had to loop that in WoW at some point, and then like used it on some sort of a goblin contraption.
But Blizzard listening to this going, turtle wax.
Write that down.
Dwarf beard.
Dave.
Right, yeah, that's another one. Trash, grey items, you know.
So you killed a horse, basically.
I did kill a horse.
Fucking hell.
Or actually, the horse used me as an implement for suicide.
Oh god! Oh god!
I'm not sure that's true. I don't think animals do commit suicide, do they?
Lemmings do.
Yeah, I think they do, because this horse ran right in front of my car when I was driving along about 40 and died.
I don't think lemmings...
it didn't throw itself into the path of the car, did it?
It basically, it was running and going to go from behind this bush across the road, and I was driving down the road, and we kind of intersected, which probably neither of us wanted to happen. But I can now tell my children and grandchildren that one day I headbutted a horse so hard that I killed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Story to tell.
That poor horse.
Running through the field.
Yeah.
So were there any questions?
Have you killed any other animals? Anything else?
That's about all that I've killed.
Maybe you need a goat in the face until it died. Did you curb stomp a hamster? Maybe? I don't know.
God, Simon. Animals.
Have you put a koi carp in a blender? I don't know. Christ.
That would be kind of interesting, yeah. Put some sort of animal in a blender. And see what
No,
happens.
it wouldn't.
Will it blend? Explicit version.
Oh dear.
Will it blend? This is my kid's pet frog.
Oh dear. Poor frogs.
Frog dust.
Well,
Will it blend? If you've ever seen that, it's awesome. They like blend everything.
Wait, I don't know why they even call it will it blend, because the answer is always yes, isn't it?
Well, of course, it's because it's got a diamond-tipped blade. It cuts anything.
What about other diamonds?
That would be interesting. That's like what happens when the unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Yeah. And
right now.
If you try to blend diamonds in one of those will it blend blenders, then it'll create a black hole and consume the world. Because that's what everyone says when they don't know like what's going to happen. Like with this Large Hadron Collider, they don't know what's going to happen. It'll be a black hole and we'll all die.
Well, no, there's quite solid foundation. Of physics,
fuck! Here we go. Here we go.
They're not just like, well, we don't know what's going to happen.
Let's fuck around with science.
Yes, indeed. That actually reminded me of the beginning of your latest Halloween video.
Oh god, yeah.
Pretty
wow.
But
I'm a scary guy, aren't I? Fucking hell.
Some would say that.
Sad face. Oh.
But on the subject of the Large Hadron Collider, did you see that guy that time travelled apparently? There was like a news post on BBC about someone that was claiming...
You just believe all this crap.
I don't believe it. I just find it funny that they actually had an official post.
What do you time travel? No one time travelled in the LHC.
Apparently, he came back and he was trying to sabotage the LHC by stopping the supplies of Mountain Dew coming into this place, vending machines.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, wow. And
It did get blocked up, didn't it, there, actually? Because
and yeah, he was taking responsibility for the
true-
pigeon dropping the piece of baguette in that LHC and breaking it.
that's the true story. Yeah.
It is a true
Yeah.
story, yeah.
Piece of
But he took
Unbelievable.
responsibility for it because
Only
apparently he can
France
mind control
that
pigeons.
happened. That a piece of baguette dropped by a seagull sabotage $1 billion physics problem.
It's awesome. But the silly thing about the guy that time traveled was the fact that they sort of said, yeah, he's obviously a bit bonkers. Let's take him to this, like, they took him to quite a high-profile mental institution. And then it says at the bottom, like, later that day, the guy disappeared from his cell. Police are baffled, but not too bothered.
What do you mean not too bothered?
What do you mean he disappeared from his cell? Stayven,
It said it on the news post.
I want to see this stuff.
Fine.
Sounds apocryphal, doesn't
Not
it?
now. Greek.
Apocryphal being code for a load of old arse. That's what it sounds like. A load of old arse.
All of ours. Yes. I shall, for people that are interested, I will post a link if it loads in IRC shortly. But to start off, let's start asking a few of the community questions that people have been asking over the last long time. Well, we've had our forum post up for ages. There's the link.
Sorry, it's just
and everything, people asking questions. So, the first question. By the way, Amariel, if you could post who the questions are from, so we could do a shout out as well, that would be useful. But for future, how did you get into the beta? Was it part of being a fan site or just sheer luck?
Do you want me to take this one, or do you want to take it, Simon?
I think you can handle this one, Lewis. You can handle this.
Two of our friends stalked a couple of Blizzard employees on Facebook and managed to bag themselves beta invites by saying that they were me and Simon, pretty much.
No, not
And
quite.
then they didn't tell us about it. They wanted to keep it quiet, right? So they were like, shh, don't tell Lewis and Simon that we've got beta invites. Actually, in fact, they had alpha invites.
Yeah. We all got alpha, didn't we?
And so...
Through networking. That's the way to say it. Through networking.
And so obviously they couldn't keep it quiet that they had alpha because they were, ridiculous. And eventually they gave us access. But isn't that bonkers? Jesus Christ.
Pretty bonkers.
That's quite awesome.
I
I was on Alpha myself. Alpha was quite amusing. Some fun bugs.
we didn't actually play. Simon, you were very anti-playing alpha, and I actually
because
didn't have internet for about 4 weeks. And so actually, we didn't really play at all until about 2 weeks after the beta started, by which time...
There's not much you can do with alpha, though, because it is just so horribly bug-ridden, unfinished.
It kind of spoils
Nothing's
the experience
implemented.
in a little bit, and I think that's how we used to feel about beta. We felt that we didn't want to do it because it was kind of like playing an inferior version. It would kind of spoil it for us.
At the stage we're at now, late beta, pretty much stuff is finished.
Game's ready to go. It really is.
So,
It is nice.
when you kick off a release, there's always going to be some bugs hanging around. I remember there were quite a few quests that were still bugged at Wrath release, and Ice Crown had really only just gone in. And
Yeah.
you'll find those, but they're really, the game is such an enormous game. I'm tempted to not even call World of Warcraft a game anymore because it's more like a hobby. It's just a game you buy, you play for about a week or less, and then you put it on your shelf and you forget it's there. That's a game. Well, World of Warcraft is not a game. It's just
Job.
it's a job.
I think some people think it's a job, and when you start thinking it's a job, it's probably time to have a break from it. But it's like a hobby, really, and it's something which is bigger than just a game. And it's just so enormous, the amount of things that are involved. And I've always found myself keep coming back to WoW over and over again because there's just things I miss in other games. We've always said that we really want another MMO to play, and we keep trying them. We do try, don't we, Simon? We try fucking everything, but nothing compares, really. So high five, please. That's a bit of a good promotion for you. Not that anyone who listens to this will disagree with me.
No.
Obviously not. But I mean, so while we're on the subject of beta, then, I noticed you've done quite a few videos of like little instruction or visual videos of some bosses. What do you think of beta raiding so far?
Oh, it's hard.
God.
It's hard as nails, man. Me and Simon went into Grim Battle yesterday. I've got a full heroically geared leveled paladin, and I'm not a very good player, but I'm okay. Simon healed for like 3 years, and he went in as a full heroically geared priest. We've each got about 120k hit points. We wiped about 4 times getting to the first boss, and then wiped for about 2 hours on the first boss. We kept bringing in new puppies. Obviously, we were doing it in a pub, and we kept replacing people. We went through about six or seven people. We had some really good people, like Koreans who were like ninjas. They were like stun locking shit, left, right. It was mental. They were really good, but we couldn't kill the first boss, and we just felt like.
And that's
I really
not even a raid.
It.
That's just a 5-man heroic.
Yeah. Oh my god. The amount. We've done like boss previews, but the only one we've actually killed is Halfus, the first boss of Bastion, and I didn't even fucking record that because I was so shocked that we actually managed to kill it. I thought, fuck me, we're actually going to kill this guy, and I pressed record, and I got like, the last couple of minutes of it. But we've tried almost all the bosses in 10-man that we can get to without having to kill prerequisites, and we've not managed to get any of them below about like 10%. Fucking hell, it's hard, really hard.
Which ads did you get on Halfus?
Easy one.
Got the easy one. It's the little Drake cage and the other one. But
because there's 5 total. I mean, because the one that I want to see, the time one, the one that makes you can't move.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, you are a raider. You are Ensidia, the best raider in the world. You are the top level. You've killed Trogal. You've killed Alakir. You've actually seen
killed a horse.
I mean, you are the top 0.01% of WoW players, and we are probably not even in the top like 50%. We are pretty much.
I doubt that.
We've killed like old gods and all that, you know, since vanilla, but we're not particularly like skilled at WoW, and we don't pretend to be either. But
I've not killed the Lich King. I've not killed the Lich King.
That's
I've
just
not killed
modesty.
Hallion either.
No, I've not killed Hallion.
I'm a nub. I'm a big freaking nub.
Well, no, but I think you're not. You're just a member of the WoW the amount of people who play WoW and love WoW, but haven't been able to hit that really hard challenge with a proper 10-man group. Our guild's Kungaloosh Anonymous on the Adventure Co. We've got a little sort of 10-man scrub group going at the moment, and I think they killed Sindragosa yesterday.
Nice.
And I think they've only got the Lich King left this week, and I think they were actually going to try and do it tonight. But
they were, yeah. I don't know if they had enough people, they were going to do it.
We kind of are looking for more people, actually. So it's just like,
oh God, don't advertise.
If you're
people.
interested in joining,
Fuck.
Point is though, we're obviously old as well. I'm like 27. Simon, you're 30 something.
2.
So I mean, we don't really want to raid in a guild that's gonna have a lot of young people in it. So it's quite kind of, well, not young people really, but like, you know, under 18s. And I think a lot of people say things to us like, you know, most of your viewer base is under 18, but that's not true. When you look at the statistics of the people who watch the Yogscast, only about 15% are under 18 in age. So, you know, I think a lot of the people who leave comments are probably under 18.
Judging by them, that's probably the case. Yeah.
Or just like slightly mental in the head, which is cool. We like mental.
Or both.
So yeah, if you're interested in joining Kungaloosh in Cataclysm, send an email to yogscast@gmail.com and say, you know, what your experience is and what, you know, why you want to join. And
oh God,
because we could do with a few more people, and it would be nice to get like a few 10-mans together. Because at the moment we don't really have enough, do we, in the guild?
No, but I mean, we'll see come Kata, because we're going to have some people joining us and stuff. But we'll see. We're
trying to keep it, like, quite tight. But I mean, we're not sort of going to be pro-raiding and doing it, you know, hours and hours a week kind of thing. So it's not our priority.
I'm quite enjoying the betas, but it's quite interesting the way that some fights on the beta are actually kind of difficult, and they do Well, I mean, the fights on the beta that I've noticed a lot of, because obviously I've written guides on manaflash.com about every single beta boss, raid boss so far. But it's more the fact that a lot of the bosses seem to be really hard if you don't know the mechanics. But once you actually know the mechanics and could know what to do to counter them, it's not actually that bad. Whereas there's less mechanics that people can generally screw up on, and more mechanics that you just purely have to learn to make it.
I don't know. I mean, talking from a scrub perspective here, doing not raiding with Ensidia, the fights are not easy, and we are raiding with a group of people who are okay. And I mean, you tend to get to a plateau on these fights. If you know the strategy, you know exactly what the bosses do. You're supposed to move out of that fire and avoid this and move out of that and all this. But after a while, even if you know the strategy exactly, you're not guaranteed to kill it by any means. And certainly with something like Theralion and Valiona, we spent so many hours on that boss, and we didn't get it below 50% because there was always something that killed someone, and it was horrible. It was utterly.
I liked your video where you got killed by a void zone.
It just seems unfair, doesn't it? There's just too much shit.
It's
being
too
thrown
unforgiving.
at you.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes, if you stand in the fire, you should die. I sort of agree with that, but equally, when you have 70 fires coming at you, and you have to avoid every single fucking one, and you're trying to heal the tank who's getting two-shot, it's I can't. I kind of
It felt like heroic. It felt like a heroic boss, didn't it? It didn't feel like a normal
heroics.
Let's
I make the normal mode bosses. I will avoid the fucking fire, but I don't want to be killed by 7 other fires. I want to be able to kill.
Ironically, there actually was a blue post the other day saying on the next beta build they're going to be buffing most normal bosses because I don't think it's hard enough.
I cannot believe it.
But something interesting that you might not know about the Theralion and Valiona fight is, it starts off with obviously Valiona on the ground and Theralion flying, and when it's just about to switch, he shoots those void zones down, which on the video
they send you into the Twilight
died to,
Realm.
which is funny. They send you into the Twilight Realm, and there are ads in there that you have to kill for the meta achievement, which adds a whole new point to the fight. I've never actually been in, and we just normally just kill it because we want to go to Trigol or kill it for testing. So I'm interested to see what actually happens if there's AoE damage in there or something, and you have to actually have a healer and a tank go in or something. So it might actually be where you get your second tank in that fight from, because at the moment, even on 25 men, you only need one.
We can talk about achievements till we're blue in the face, but unless they make them account bound, then I'm just not interested, because I change my characters too often, and I'm certainly not going to get. I have 0 value for achievements if I don't share them across my characters.
Yeah, I mean, I've switched mains a lot. I still sort of miss my warrior, because I was a warrior main in TBC and switched to Resto Druid for Wrath. So I've got my warrior there with the Imani Warbear and the Netherwing Drake and all the cool stuff, and it's the Hand of Adal title and all this.
Why aren't legendaries heirlooms by now?
I want it to go.
I mean, that would make them more valuable. Why aren't? Why is there 1 legendary per expansion? Why? I mean, fair enough. I understand the point.
There was 2 in Wrath,
but or 2. I mean. Where's the tank legendary? There still hasn't been one, and Blizzard said at BlizzCon there's not going to be one. And they said, because there's not enough tanks, or there's not enough.
No, that's pretty lame.
That is pretty fucking lame. You make one for hunters, you make one for healers. Come on, you can make one for fucking tank. Just a ring. I don't want a shield. I don't care about a shield. I want just something.
You just want something that's a different colour, that's special. You just want something orange. I just want an orange.
Very quickly.
Jaffa cake.
Go do Kale Fats.
Jaffa cake. There's orange right there.
Go Jaffa Cakes.
I don't know. No,
they're awesome.
Not Kalthas. Don't even mention him. But Jesus fucking Christ, I'm just saying that it would be. I think that there's definitely room for another colour of item in WoW, and I'm surprised that it hasn't been put in, because I mean, blues. No one really cares about blues.
Do you remember Diablo though? It'll just go to white and a slightly different colour of white if they keep going up. It'll get really confusing.
I don't think they're going to keep going
but
up.
There has actually been a few legendaries per expansion.
One new colour per expansion wouldn't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's you. You're just interested in items that are a different colour because it makes it special.
Well, I mean, they've done it slightly by adding the little heroic tag beneath the purple. So you've got a heroic purple instead of a normal purple.
Oh yeah, they should just change the quality, make it like purple for then, and the heroic ones have the same name but say
How much
the
more fucking awesome would
metallic
it be if
grey.
it wasn't purple heroic, but it was like a different fucking colour? You know, like
Yeah,
pink.
that's what I mean.
Or not
Not-
pink. Right, not pink.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
do you know what I mean? How much more fucking awesome would that be if you were in full pink?
You just want.
Than heroic.
What the
Fucking
fuck
green
is
text.
wrong with you?
Also,
Yeah,
you've got
if you make it pink and sparkly, and you can leave like a glitter trail when you go walking,
There's too much text on items. At the moment.
and have a set bonus when you get every part pink. It starts playing that Erasure song from that Unicorn game.
Okay, which one was that?
Oh man, it's like Open Your Eyes or something. I'm not gonna sing. 'Cause I
Some of
man.
these tooltips, right? I was playing on when I went home at Christmas, and I played like on my old computer. Wow, some of the tooltips for like items were so long that they didn't actually fit on my screen. They had so much. The tooltips for items were so fucking long that it was like I moused over something and it filled up my whole screen. What the fuck? Come on, Blizz, sort it out.
Well, there we go. This is adding to my achievement of listening to Lewis rant. This is good. I've got to be up to about 75 hours out of
I've got
100.
lots of rants about. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing it.
Nah, ranting's good. It's fun. And you know you're on about fire on Thoralion and Valiona. You'd hate Nefarian
Oh, Christ.
because there is fire that is. Well, basically, he shoots
There's good
fireballs on the
fire
floor
and bad
that is a patch of fire, and it grows in a ring, and just grows like to a massive ring, and then despawns, and he starts casting them faster and faster as Phase 3 goes on. So during the end, you can get like 2 rings expanding towards you from either side, and they do about 30k a second from 10 man. It's pretty nasty.
Oh my god.
That's on normal mode. I'm actually very interested to see heroic modes because the fights are actually kind of challenging and have good mechanics on normal that I think they can do so much of them on heroic and just make them so insane. It'll just be so fun.
You're one of these people who is like TotalBiscuit, though.
Yeah,
You're a sucker
exactly what I was
for torture.
thinking.
You love being.
You're a fucking masochist. That's
Yeah,
what
you
are.
love spending hours and hours and hours and hours on one boss, whereas, you know,
I just want to kill it, get some purple.
I really
and move
don't
on with my
like-
fucking life.
Yeah, but the thing I don't like is the Wrath of the Lich King mentality, where it's like you go into a raid pug or something and you wipe once, this group shit, I'm leaving, fucking,
Oh.
and leave after like one wipe, and it's like, no, dude, seriously, try doing Nax an original. Just no.
it's just I think that
Need a compromise.
you have to. Blizzard say that you should pick the person, not the class. You know, you should be able to take anyone you want along with the raid. Doesn't that equally mean you can pick the person who isn't quite as good as everyone else? You know, like the person with one fucking arm, right? He's a really nice guy. I want to bring him on my raid. I don't want the raid to be too hard. I want it to be on normal mode, right? If I
Yeah,
wanted
but
to
you can't balance
I'd
everything
do
around
heroic.
expecting everyone to have one arm, one eye, one leg, and 2
I'm
fingers
just saying
missing.
that,
Well,
that
that's
normal
all.
mode should be for normal people, right?
What's he called?
Yeah, but
Zul'jin?
normal people don't only have like one arm.
Right, all right.
So-
Suljin, yeah. Not Suljin, it's not
So, it is.
Solomon, boss.
Yeah, Zolaman boss, Zoljin.
Okay.
But I mean, there are people that do amazing things. Like there was a post in the Realm forums the other day about a guy that's blind who got
Feel delicious.
like world first blind
Yeah.
Kingslayer,
Good for him.
and there was a guy on MMO Champions I saw that has only one hand that managed to get over 1900 arena rating in 3v3 or something.
Hang on.
And-
Let's go back. There's a Kingslayer and he's blind. He plays World of
Yep.
Warcraft and he's blind.
Yep. He plays
This-
Enhancement Shaman, I believe.
Is the screen like Braille? How does it work?
Yes, it's the new Braille screen. Apparently, he was on follow with someone, and
Follow me!
God, you were waiting for that. You were waiting for that, weren't you? I knew it. You set that up. You set that up.
I knew it was coming.
Oh, me. Oh my God, Simon.
it is impressive though that he managed it. Because I mean, he's on follow with someone, so if he gets the file, that person can run him away. But apparently, with the file and stuff, he had to run away by himself, and he got teleported to the Frostmourne room in Phase 3 because it was only in normal mode, and actually managed to do that in there fine without causing an enrage somehow. Shamos has just posted a link to that on IRC.
What face roll class does he play?
Enhancement Chain. Which is actually kind of hard.
So,
But I mean, how funny would it be to just like log his account?
Shaman, that's what I feel now. So anyone,
But
if be blind,
imagine how cool it would be if you log onto their account and like swap around all his key bindings, because he wouldn't notice.
Oh my god. So I mean, literally, you could put like a rabbit in front of a keyboard and it can play an enhancement chain. And put bits of carrot on
the keys.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and like WASD, and that's it. You're sorted.
And a /follow macro, you know. Yeah.
Rabbit gets world first. Rabbit key player.
Oh, that's the next one. Yeah. Get someone's pet to get Kingslayer and post that on the forum as the new achievement.
I mean, they probably could have 24-manned it.
Yeah, basically.
Apparently, Shamoz's cat killed Lich King.
I mean, does it count? Because obviously, like, I've heard this, I haven't actually done it, but if you like pay like a guild, like a Chinese bunch of guilds to like farm you like items, you know, you just run into the instance and they, you know, you die and then they kill the boss for you. So
we do that. Well, we obviously sold mounts for like 300,000 gold or something.
Holy shit!
Invincible, for example, and the Lich King like Light of the Dawn title for a couple of 100,000 and all this. So it was kind of cool. But the way we do it is we originally had people that we thought would be okay, and they sort of came into the fight until you get someone that gets Defile in like 15% in phase 3 and goes, let's run to the tank, and causes a wipe. But like 15%, it's just like, dude, just go and die, and
just fucking deal with it. If you're getting 300,000 gold off of the game.
Yeah, but he caused the wipe. So what we did is we just basically said in phase 1, go and stand in front of the shambling horrors, get shockwaved and killed, and
just jump off the edge.
Then we can 24-man. And then you just give them the mount.
Teleport you back up, actually? I don't know.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have a gears fight.
In Catechism, if you jump off the edge of like anything, you get teleported back up.
In Thread of the Winds, at least, yeah. Just because it's.
Well, actually, we did jump off into. We have jumped in quite a lot of lava this expansion, haven't we, Simon? An unusual amount of lava.
Well, I got the achievement on beta for being killed by Deathwing today.
Ooh!
I was just chilling in Burning Stats, waiting for raid and stuff, and the like Deathwing suddenly yelled, and then everything suddenly went a scale darker. I was like, huh, let's go fly into his face and see if he breathes on me.
Actually, Stayven, I believe it's called a feat of strength. It's not an achievement. It's superior.
Yes, and a feat of strength is a tab under the big box that says achievements at the top, which is part of the achievement section.
Bit of tension between you two. Seeing who can be the biggest ranty nerd. I'm not sure who's winning. I think you'll both lose.
I forfeit, to be honest. I still remember that that famous quote, you know, sort of arguing on the internet is like running in the Special Olympics. Even if you win, you're still retarded.
Yeah, it's true. Oh dear.
Okay, let's go through some of these questions, shall we?
Yeah.
You're not in charge, Lewis. That one. You're not in charge.
Sorry.
Grief.
Let's see. Where did Simon's obsession with Tina Barrett first appear?
Oh my god. Wow.
Do you know the answer to that? Because I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can't remember, Lewis.
Well,
Remind me.
About 2 years ago, or more maybe, when we first started doing the videos, it was my idea very early on to do a podcast, and we actually recorded a podcast about 8 months before the very first podcast came out, the YoGPoD 1 Snowcast, whatever. And it's like a pilot, and it's never been released. But in that, you were talking about S Club 7, and that's actually where Tina Barrett comes from, because we were discussing it in that.
And this is the legendary Lost podcast.
Yeah, but I have got it somewhere, I think. I might put it up one day.
You should upload it.
It's not very good, though. It's really boring, actually. I was listening through thinking, this isn't very good. So it's kind of good that we had sort of a practice run. Now, I don't know, if there is enough demand, I might put it up, just for nostalgic reasons. So
in other words, everyone that's interested to hear this very first pilot podcast, make yourselves known and ask for
my
it, and then if
God.
they get enough of it, they can post it.
Yeah, that's it. We need more people fucking bitching to us about doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I need that like I need a hole in the head.
Oh man.
God almighty.
Okay, next.
Let's see, next question. Is it true that Lamadia is a better WoW player than both of you?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yes, it is.
no, it isn't. No.
She levels a lot quicker than we do.
Oh right, that means she's a better player. Yeah, of course it does. That's a definition of a good player. How fast you level your character.
Keyboard turn, friend. And you've
Sometimes,
everyone's seen me playing.
when
You
I'm
can't be much
RPing.
worse than us.
When I'm RPing, I have to keyboard turn because it's just wrong to just instantly turn around like 180 degrees.
I back
It's not how it works.
like a complete monkey. So many people have told me to like unbind my walk backwards key, but then I just stand in fire. At least I backpedal out of the fire a little bit. Don't even go
And you're
there.
like, why haven't we killed these bosses on the beta? Pressing S to get out of fire. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, there we go. That's why you keep...
Apparently, we've had about 50 people asking, Simon, Lewis, do you have the balls?
I am Simon !Yognaut Prime, and I have the balls. It's true.
Yep. I have the balls.
So everyone has the balls. Good to hear.
We all have the balls. Everyone who
Yeah.
listens has the balls.
Hannah has the balls.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yowie
Yeah.
has the balls. Sips
It
her.
does.
Awesome. Apparently, Hannah's made a comment on Facebook and said people to post there if they want to see the pilot episode.
Oh god.
It's not
This is
very good,
terrible.
Hannah. It's not very good. Oh dear. Well, we'll see.
Let's see. What are your plans for the Yogscast? See, blame Amariel there. He didn't put the S in. After Cataclysm is released.
Well, obviously we've got plenty of things to do. You know, we play all sorts of different games all the time, and there are some really good MMOs on the horizon that we'd like to play and cover. Much like we did with our Final Fantasy review thing.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Torture. Do you know?
They're pretty good videos though. They are pretty good videos.
Did we tell you about? Well, the thing is, Final Fantasy 14 has a lower rating on Metacritic than APB. You know, that MMO, like GTA MMO, that was cancelled after 2 months. The servers are all going down after 2 months after release. Oh my god! But we played APB. We just never put a video out because I think the reason was because when I actually played the beta of APB, it was so fucking FPS laggy that I couldn't record it.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
there was some hilarious bugs, and I wish I'd recorded them. One of them was I was playing like this big black gangster rapper with an enormous afro, but the problem was, whenever I looked down my iron sights on my gun to shoot anyone, my afro actually just blocked the iron sights, and I couldn't shoot anyone except like from the hip. I guess that's kind of what they wanted you to do then. I guess just like a proper gangster, like shoot sideways. But oh my god, it was such a terrible fucking game. And I mean, I kind of think that would have been really funny, and Yogscast would have loved watching us play that. So that's the kind of thing we're probably going to do. Not necessarily play terrible games, but just play other games and just document our experience. People have asked us to play Minecraft, and Simon's played the fuck out of Minecraft. I haven't really played it very much, but I've kind of been waiting for survival multiplayer because I think it would be a lot funnier if me and Simon could do survival multiplayer together. So Notch needs to get off his arse and sort that out, but he has promised it, so when that comes out...
I have heard a lot of good things about Minecraft.
Because I have played a little bit, and I see myself getting into it.
So Simon, give us a quick
Hello.
1-2 about Minecraft. What is it?
It's got different game modes, but at the heart of it, it's essentially a Lego kind of world in which everything is made out of blocks. And you can destroy blocks, get items from destroying blocks, and place your own blocks. So you can shape the landscape, you can build mighty castles, you can create huge pits in the world. You can blow it up. You can create massive mine shafts and cave systems. There's caves in the game and caverns for you to explore. There's enemies that come out at night or hide in the dark that you have to fend off. It's quite epic when you start playing it, and you're just plonked in this huge world, and you're thinking, oh god, what the hell do I do? And then, you know, soon night comes. That sun moves across the sky, and then night comes. And if you haven't found shelter, you're going to get attacked by these horrible zombies that come out in the night. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's got so much potential, and I mean, it's going to be an amazing game. And I mean, this is why there's been so much buzz about it, and why Notch has basically become a millionaire out of selling, you know, an alpha of a game.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It does look very, very good.
The point is that stuff that Simon's talking about is really limited to the single player at the moment, and I rarely play single player games unless they're exceptional. The multiplayer is there, but it's really only a sandbox at the moment.
Yeah.
The survival is the core of the game, you know, where you sort of have to defend against the zombies at night, so you have to sort of wall yourself in kind of thing, and that's I think the best mode. And when the multiplayer of that comes up, I certainly think that we may forsake WoW for a few weeks to play that.
Nice. Well, let me know. I might join you if there's more than 2 player.
Oh yeah. You can like dress up as Riker and stuff, or
yeah, that's pretty cool.
whatever.
That you can like have different skins to your character by uploading them to the Minecraft website, and people have been creating all these skins. It's very much like Doom, like the old Doom, and like The Sims and stuff. You have like you know, you save a bitmap, and that skin goes over your blocky character. So there's an awful lot of customization to what it looks like. And there's like Hitlers running around. There's Isaacs out of Dead Space.
Yeah, there's like, you know,
there's naked
kind of
men.
Like the old Spice Man and the engineer from TF2 all like build a tower together, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just really bonkers. But
Mega Man and all sorts. It looks insane.
It's amazing. Some people have built the most incredible things in there as well. But anyway, let's move on.
So speaking of, you said about single player games, you only play the exceptional ones. Have you played Dragon Age Origins?
Yes. The answer to that. We both played it. Simon
It's an awesome game.
has 2 words to say with Dragon Age Origins, don't you, Simon?
I do, Lewis. Loading screens. How about that?
That's exactly
True.
what I was thinking you were saying. Oh my god.
Fucking hell! Wow.
It's not
Yeah,
a
it can
fucking
be a bit
PlayStation 1 game, for God's sake. Put those loading screens out.
It is a very pretty game though.
It's
It was
good.
literally 5 minutes going from zone to zone. Or
Oh well,
level.
maybe if you're running on a Stone Age computer.
It is. My computer is from the Stone Age. It is literally Stonehenge. Is my computer.
It's quite impressive. I didn't know Stonehenge was a computer.
It only works during like certain times of the day when the sun is shining in a certain direction upon it. Oh god.
Let's move on to a silly question now then.
Oh yeah, because
Simon.
we're deadly serious. It's good to
Well,
have a
compared to
shame.
this one, yes they were.
Oh dear. Okay.
Simon, how many Jaffa cakes can you deep throat?
Deep throat. Why would one want to deep throat a Jaffa cake? That implies that you're not going to actually consume it, and you'll then remove it from your mouth, and you'll just have like a moist Jaffa cake just sat there with your saliva slowly dissolving it.
Still, someone wanted to know how many Jaffa cakes you can deep throat.
I wouldn't want
For
to
some
do
reason.
that. I would just want to eat them. So
Do you by any chance when you eat them go full moon, half moon, total eclipse, like the advert used to do?
no, I just sort of like moan contentedly, like, and sometimes I pat my belly.
Simon kind of like
Like that.
treats them a bit like fuel, though, more than anything. It's kind of just like filling in with unleaded. So, you know, it's kind of routine after you've done it a few times.
Let's see. That's more of a statement than a question, but apparently the Yognauts want more Yohi. Give us more Yohi.
I want more Yohi. I can never have too much Yohi.
Yohi's very
Apart
difficult to
from-
get hold of, though. He's an
He's
elusive.
a busy man.
He's very elusive and busy and businessman. And also, recently he's come on vent and he just sounds like arse. I mean, he's got this. He holds his mobile phone like right up to the mic.
It's like that every time he talks.
Yeah.
Oh.
On top of his terrible, usual low quality mic. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to send him a microphone or something. But he's hard to get hold of anyway. We have to keep. We have to get in contact with him. Sort of possible. Can't promise
Possible.
anything.
Possible. Okay. So, how did you meet TotalBiscuit?
He's a goon. We know him through the SA forums, which is where Yogs originally comes from. Ye old goon squad. So I mean, he's a fellow, member of our online community through which we both individually joined Yogs. Me and Simon originally joined the guild because that's kind of the way it works. Do you want to explain this more coherently, Simon?
You weren't doing a bad job. We're all members of these forums on somethingawful.com. And yeah, they have like a guild that was on the European server that if you're a member of the forums you can play with them. And they have this for all sorts of games. They have like Steam groups and stuff. And so me and Lewis joined the Goon squad that was on the EU server. So it was called Ye Olde Goon Squad to give it like an RP name because it was on an RP server. It has to have an RP name. So just adding an E on the end to all the words and having ye instead of the made it RP.
Yeah, that's the one.
So yeah, TotalBiscuit's also a member of the forums. There's loads of people who are members. There's like a guy who was involved with APB, who's a member of the forums, who got absolutely roasted by people. Calling him a liar and a dick because he was basically saying that everything's fine. The service will never go down. It's my guarantee. And he already knew at that point that it was on the decline. And lead designer of Fallout New Vegas is a goon.
He didn't send us
TotalBiscuit,
beta.
friend.
I asked him. Sent him a
Really?
message.
Oh well.
He liked our Fallout 3 review video that we did a long time ago.
It's a terrible video because we were like sleep deprived. We were just mad.
We kind of
been
use
playing-
Fallout 3 as a standard for like what we like. We like post-apocalyptic zombie shoot'ems, with a bit of leveling involved. I know a lot of people don't really like that kind of genre, but we love it, and it's kind of our benchmark for how good a game is. So we refer to it all the time. Sorry.
New Vegas is basically like probably the second best game that I've played below Warcraft at the moment. I mean, my god.
Well, you say that, but you turned into a zombie when Plants vs. Zombies came out because we didn't see you in about 4 days. You wouldn't answer the phone.
It's like a casual flash game, and I was just playing it constantly.
You were.
It is addictive.
Zombie.
You do just start playing it and then think, wait a minute, why is it Thursday? I thought it was Monday. What's going on?
In Torchlight, you were nearly as bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Disappeared for about a week. Torchlight 2 coming out.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
can't believe Torchlight 2 is probably going to be out before Diablo 3 is, isn't that?
I know, that's fucking nuts, isn't it? That Runic have pushed out 2 games before Blizzard.
Also-
Yeah, but the detail they're doing in...
like the whole deal with Diablo 3. We played Diablo 2 recently, didn't we, Simon? And it is dated. It is old.
It is old, but it's still good.
Resolution of the game. and
You're playing it on
Yeah.
640 by 360. My iPhone has a higher fucking resolution than that. It's fucking mental. I was like, what the fuck? I'm running this in the window the size of my fucking iPhone.
Yeah,
Computer. It's like, what am I playing here? When I finally managed to blow it up to full screen and get a windowed version working,
It's
which
horrible.
in fact was a goon made extremely heavily modded thing, which actually increased the resolution to like still terrible. The gameplay was disgustingly addictive, but it was dated, and frankly,
It is.
I'm surprised that that Blizzard are still pushing Diablo 3 as hard as they are, and they're making it their primary announcement at BlizzCon. Who is still a massive Diablo fan to the point that they're going to BlizzCon to see Diablo exclusively? I don't think anyone is. Just get on with it, Blizz, for God's sake. Sort it out.
Yeah, I am going to get Diablo 3 when it comes out, and I probably am going to play it for a couple of weeks solid and complete the game.
Oh yeah.
Just because it'll be awesome.
I mean, that Torchlight should have had multiplayer, but they're going to fix that with Torchlight 2. And if they're not careful, you know, I don't know whether Diablo 3 is really going to be a Torchlight 2 killer. You know, I mean, I don't think many MMOs can beat WoW, but
more people will buy Diablo 3 than Torchlight.
Because you'll get
2.
a free pet in WoW if you buy Diablo.
Yeah, probably. Fuck yeah.
Just to get more people that are that sad that they want pets will buy the game purely for the pet, you know.
I think Launa bought the Left 4 Dead 2 special edition version so he could get like a hat, a Bill hat in Team Fortress 2, that kind of thing.
Oh God, Bill, why? Oh God, why? Why did he have to die? Oh God, why did you have to remind me?
Sorry.
Oh, Bill.
A lot of questions seem to be directed more towards Simon that are related to Jaffa cakes.
How many Jaffa-related questions are there?
As many as you want.
It'd be easy to say how many aren't there.
Let's see. If Simon could build a vehicle made entirely out of Jaffa cakes, what would it be and how would it work?
The Jaffa-mobile. It would be powered by the smashing orangey bit in the Jaffa. That would be like the fuel, molten Jaffa. Would pump through the engine of sponge, and the tyres and the trimmings would all be the chocolatey topping. Oh God, I could eat a car now. I would say I'd eat a horse, but that's a touchy subject with you. So.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, they didn't let me keep the horse to sort of last me for some food. They had to take it away and stuff. Probably made into dog food somewhere.
Dog food and glue.
Yeah, that's the one.
What year is this? Do they still make glue out of horses?
I think they glue exclusively, out of horses.
Horse glue! Yeah, definitely.
Delicious horse glue.
Let's see. Why doesn't Simon have a wife? He's so freaking smashing. I just can't understand why he doesn't have one.
I'm a free spirit man. They call me the lone wolf. I travel alone. I haven't got a pack. I haven't got a bitch with me. Because that's a female dog.
Oops.
Is that Simon's theme music that just played there?
I think it reminded me a bit of like Luke Skywalker when he's leaving the ranch after his parents, his aunt and uncle have died. He's like staring up at the twin setting suns of Tatooine, and suddenly the music comes up. I thought we were going to that sort of effect.
Yeah. Adding into it. That was my landline ringing, which. My dad's recently had an operation, so I think that's him ringing to sort of give us an update. But I forgot to remove said.
Did he get your dad as well? Came back
at the same time, yeah.
I was going to ask, is your phone actually an accordion? What the hell?
That was the landline, not my mobile. Don't worry. I always put my mobile on silent.
I just harmonica to me. I actually used to play the harmonica.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah.
Were you in
Screenshot
in 1950s America or something? Harmonica.
Yeah, man. Such a good instrument. I had like a proper one.
A proper one, yeah. Not one of these cheap plastic harmonicas
that you get in a Christmas cracker. No, I had like a proper metal one and everything. It's good.
Yeah. Did you have a case for it? Did you have to polish it? Did you have like special polish, harmonica polish?
Yeah, it was made from like turtle wax. Yeah. that?
So, how long have you two known each other?
God, it's felt years. It has been years. That's why it's felt
It's not
years.
that long, is it? I suppose it's like nearly coming up to like 3 years or so now.
When's our anniversary? Are you buying me anything nice? Are we gonna go for sushi or something?
Can do, yeah. I can take you out.
You could go to Venice.
Oh my
Get
god.
one of those canoe boats, you know.
It'd have to be Paris, I think.
Oh, Paris.
City of love.
We take the Eurostar out there. I think the Yognauts might be able to pay for that.
We could visit the Louvre.
That's
Louvre.
how it's
We can like stand in front of the Mona Lisa, which is a tiny little painting with like this huge box around it with like 4,000 people in front of us looking at it, and we can feel a little bit underwhelmed, and then we can like think, why did I pay like 30 euros to get in here? And then we'll go and have an expensive coffee somewhere, and
Go back
Sounds
to
like a lovely
hotel,
weekend.
play some
do they have Pims in France? Do they have Pims there?
Le Pims.
Le Pims.
I don't think
Should it be lay Pims, because it's a plural Pims.
La Pims.
It's got an S on the end.
so.
Doesn't mean it's a plural.
Simon's right. No, he is right.
Lay Pims. Yeah.
Apparently, you've been getting some threats on Facebook, you know, for the pilot episode of YoGPoD. Apparently, someone's threatened that if you don't post it, the Queen dies and they'll blow up a Jaffa cake factory.
Have they got the Queen? Yeah, I thought the Queen was with you, Simon. Didn't you have her staying with you recently? Or is she still there? Could you put her on?
Are you trying to get me to do an impersonation of the Queen, Lewis,
No.
in a really unsubtle manner? Actually, I think she's here right now. I'll just get her. Hello!
Oh, hello, Your Royal Highness. Thank you for popping in. It's
Hello, Lewis.
Hello,
how are you? How is one? Hello!
very well. We're very well,
Hello!
Royal Highness. So we haven't really had a chat for a while, but I'm just wondering how things are at Buckingham P and everything's. It's Philip.
Everything is fine. Would you like an OBE? Hello?
What? An OBE? Oh yes, please. Yes,
Would
please.
one like an OBE?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'll have one. I think Simon would like one as well. Have you asked him?
No.
Well, he'd probably prefer a knighthood. Do you have any of those?
I think I've got one in a drawer somewhere.
Okay. Good. Well, if you could dust that off, that would be great. Christmas.
Okay.
Christmas list, honors list. Yeah. Okay.
One will take care
Okay,
of
Your
that
Madge.
one.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah, she's not sounding very well. She's got a bit of a twang in her voice. Has she been?
She has.
What's happened?
She sounds a little bit like a female dwarf. I don't know why that
She's obviously
is. Strange.
Maybe she's just got a bit cold. You know, it's like that in England at the moment. She
Yeah.
shakes hands with a lot of people, so you'd get a cold.
True. There seems to be a lot of interest in Simon, though. For example, there's a question by Tweepo. Okay. Don't know who Tweepo is, but Tweepo. This question is for Simon. My mother is an ex-model who is looking for a strong young man like yourself. Would you consider on dating my mother? She can be quite annoying, however most women are like that, to be honest. But she does love Jaffa cakes.
It's a plus.
Oh, I don't. If she loves Jaffa cakes, does that mean there'll be plenty of Jaffa cakes because she'll be buying loads, or does it mean there'll be no Jaffa cakes because she'll be eating them all?
Good question.
That is a very good question, actually. Tweepo, if you're listening, you should make a post.
Simon, what? Well, no. I mean,
It's a deal breaker, Lewis. It's a deal breaker.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, we'll find out some more information about that.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, indeed. I'll try and find a Lewis question in here somewhere. I'm sure there's a couple. How did Lewis and Hannah meet?
Next
God.
question.
Go on. How'd you meet?
No, definitely the next question.
It's working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
So why is that a sensitive subject then?
It's not a sensitive subject. I just don't think we'll answer it this time.
Hannah's cringing on IRC apparently.
Oh dear.
See, the fact that you've said that will make fans so much more interested in how you met, you know.
Oh yeah, a bit of mystery. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Go on.
A Twilight book signing, maybe.
You met at a Twilight book signing.
Right, is that actually real?
No, I was making it up.
I would assume so, because
wheedle his way out of this. He's trying to. If he was a hunter, he would be feigning death right now. If he was a rogue, he'd have vanished.
this is true. Okay, I'll come back to it later then, maybe. Let's see.
God,
Will you do some IRL video YoGPod anytime?
Ooh, that's a good idea. We're trying to get Hannah to do some videos of her face.
There was one with the Vegas thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not horrible to look at.
Well,
Thing is, that's the problem, isn't it? When I first saw Chris Moyles, what he looked like, it kind of shattered my illusion of what I expected him to look like, because he is an ugly bastard and overweight.
you thought he looked like Sean Connery or something.
Yeah, I thought he
Dean
would have been like a
Martin.
really strapping, attractive man, but he's just a bit ugly and annoying.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't want the same thing to happen when people see, like, people saw me and... Well, they've seen pictures of us on Facebook anyway. It's not like
Yeah.
we're that secretive. God, it's not like we're, like, shying away from the popular press or anything. But I don't know, something like that possibly. I did have a plan last summer to win the sword of Arthas and bury it in a nearby field, and then have an old man find it and film that as a sort of special Yogscast. But it never really took off because I didn't...
No, because it's fucking nuts. That's the stupidest, most ridiculous idea. He wanted to win a competition that like 1 million people entered, and then he would have taken the prize, buried it, and filmed an old man digging it up.
I think Total
I mean, what
Biscuit
the
might have
hell?
actually won that competition. So maybe
That was
he's got the sword.
ridiculous.
Maybe
He
we can
didn't-
get the sword.
He doesn't have fucking Frostmourne. He doesn't have Frost. No.
Oh.
I'm sure he would have told us if he had Frostmourne,
That
like
is true.
every single time. Hello, I have a Frostmourne. How are you? You're listening to Rarities. Hello, I'm TotalBiscuit.
Yeah. Oh god.
That's how he speaks, apparently.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, TB. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Wait, is Lewis actually TB?
No, well, no, that
Because you
was,
said,
that was-
I'm sorry TB, it's okay, Simon. What?
I forgive you on behalf of TB. It's okay.
Thank you. You're like
yeah.
his spokesman.
So if anyone does have one of those swords, I kind of like it.
You want someone to give you a Frostmourne?
Only if they've got it.
Just on the off chance.
And
Big thing
they,
to
they
up.
want to shift it. They might have it might have fallen off the back of the lorry. I don't mind if it's a bit dented.
Oh, I think I got a spare Frostmourne in the attic. I'll just go and have a look, Lewis. I'll just go and have a look.
You just go around door to door and knock on old ladies' doors and ask if they've got any Frostmournes. Then once they're up in the attic rummaging around, you can go through their purse,
Oh my god.
steal their silver.
And then pawn it and use it to buy a Frostmourne.
Exactly. Isn't that a genius idea? Everyone do
It
that.
is.
Everyone listening, if you want a Frostmourne, that's
Don't
how
do
you get
that.
one.
Don't-
Steal from old
No,
women.
no. You can't promote this stuff, Simon. Our
If they see you stealing, it's best not to have any witnesses.
Oh,
I
no.
think you know what to do.
Oh god, no.
A quick blow to the back of the head, that's all it takes. They're
The
gone.
frozen leg of lamb is the best way.
Frozen leg of lamb, and then you
And then
got to
just
eat
pop the
it.
lamb in the oven when the
Yeah,
police,
and then when the
they'll just
police
think the old
come
lady
up.
was cooking a leg of lamb.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, that's the best thing to do.
perfect
I
cry.
like that photo from on the YoGPoD that someone made where they've kind of merged together Hannah and Lewis.
Oh no.
That
It's
that
kind of
was
like
just
what-
linked on IRC, and that was
What your child would look like. Rumpelstiltskin, is that it? Is that who linked it?
Simon, still
yes, it is.
search for this.
Yeah. It's quite an old. It was posted on the 13th of June. It's quite an old one, but it's
Yeah.
like it's the picture of Hannah,
Oh god.
the one
yeah.
in which she looks kind of hot with the necklace on, and then it's got your face. Just on her head. I still would. I think I still would.
Oh dear. The eyebrows are out of colour. Yeah. Doesn't work.
You're not on that.
So apparently, Lewis, have you ever met Warwick Davis?
What?
Oh, Simon lives with him. Have you not heard? It's
No.
It's,
Oh,
he moved
for
in-
fuck's sake! What's wrong with you?
Can you go and get him, Simon? He's next
What
door,
is
right?
wrong with you?
He's there. He must be there.
Oh god, I can't remember how he talks.
You can't remember how he talks. He's next door. Just go and get him. Go and get him. Go, just pop in. Just knock on the door. The little door. The one down the corridor. It's half-sized door. Just knock on it.
Size talk. Oh, it should just be like a cat flap, a slightly larger cat flap. So Warwick comes in and out at night. Sometimes he has like a dead bird in his teeth when he comes back. Leaves it as a present. Like, thanks, Warwick. You're welcome, Simon. That's how he speaks. That's how he speaks.
He's here.
Hello.
Warwick. I've missed you, friend.
Hello, Lewis.
It's wonderful to hear from you. Have you, what's going on?
Hello, Simon. Hello, Lewis.
Okay. Stayven, you met Warwick?
I have now. Hi, Warwick.
The actual Warwick Davis is here.
Yes, I'm here. Hello. It's me. I'm Warwick Davis.
Perhaps people would like to give us questions for Warwick, because I mean, he's very rarely available. He's a very... and so,
Breathe, Simon.
Corpsing. Oh dear.
You're alright, Simon.
I'm alright, Warwick. Yeah, I'm alright. Oh, come here, you little lump.
Oh, Simon.
Yeah, let's have a little snuggle. There we go. Rockabye, Warwick. La la la.
My jaw hurts.
I have to like snuggle him in my arms so that he gets to sleep at night. Otherwise, he just can't drop off. He has nightmares. Nightmares of being like chased by men with spears and nets, trying to capture him because they think he's like a weird creature. They think he's an actual leprechaun, and they're trying to get like a pot of gold off of him. So they chase him with spears and nets.
what's the tracker game?
Yeah. He wakes up screaming in the middle of the night. It's quite sad, really.
Oh, dear.
So on an unrelated subject, Lewis, how did you and Hannah meet? I'm going on her orders here.
Whose
she
orders?
told me, Hannah's. She told me, let's see,
Oh.
try and talk about meeting Warwick Davis, then asking him again during that. That's what I was told to do.
Oh.
like fucking Jeremy Paxman or something. Just like, it's fucking relentless.
We made up a nickname for him earlier, didn't we, Simon?
Yeah, Jeremy Fuck. That was it. It wasn't a clever nickname. I'm not saying that it was.
He couldn't remember the surname, so he was like, oh yeah, it's like that Jeremy Fuck. I was like, wait, who's that?
Yeah, and then Lewis said I couldn't give a flying Jeremy, which was quite witty.
Yeah,
That's fine.
unusually so for me.
Anyway, we're getting off the subject. How did you meet Hannah, Lewis?
Aren't there other questions? For goodness
There are.
sake.
How did you and
But
Hannah
you
meet?
have to sort of, it's like tier content, you see. You have to defeat this tier content to unlock the next, you see. So it's like the wall you have to pass. So apparently you met the actual Warwick Davis.
Yeah,
At some point.
We did. Lewis, it was a surprise. Lewis took me out to, God, it was somewhere in fucking Essex. It was terrible. There's all some shitty rundown mall in this awful little town. This awful little modern town. It's basically one of those towns that sprung up because the original beautiful town was bombed by the Nazis, so they had to rebuild it from scratch, and they didn't do a very good job. Anyway, Warwick Davis was there. Anyway, I'm not sure why he was there. It was part of his tour for signing his new book, but for some reason he chose this utterly horrendous place. It kind of reminded me of, is it Day of the Dead? The one in which they're in the shopping mall? Because it was like outside of the mall, it was like this post-apocalyptic wasteland. Full of these terrible, like, prefab buildings, and there's like a working men's club that was turned into a Weatherspoons, and it was the shittiest Weatherspoons I've ever seen in my life. Do you remember that place? Oh my god.
I don't really want to go back there again.
No. Anyway, yeah. So Warwick was there on his illustrious tour of all the best places of England, and it was a surprise. And we were on like the first floor on the balcony, and Lewis pointed down and he said, "Look who it is." And I looked over the balcony, and my eyes lit up when I saw the tiny little figure of Warwick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic story of the podcast, really, and it was kind of something that it just sort of happened and it fell into place, and it was just very smooth because it was a surprise. It genuinely was a surprise. You weren't expecting him to be there, and the look on your face was just astonishing. I
was like a kid that had opened a Christmas present, and it was exactly what I wanted, and I wanted a dwarf. It was like that. I didn't get to keep him though. I didn't. And also it was really odd because I had to kneel down to take a picture, well, to have my picture taken with him, so we were at the same height. And I was like having a bit of trouble getting up because I was kneeling funny. And for a moment it looked like he was going to help me up. He was going to give me a hand and lift me up.
He was concerned, wasn't he?
He was. He looked very worried.
Are you alright, Simon?
He was like that. I was like, I'm fine, Warwick. I'm fine.
Very
Oh
concerned.
god, me knee! So yeah, that's the story of meeting Warwick.
Huh.
It was covered in much more comic detail.
Yes.
So you should check
Listen
that out.
to...
Was something to do with Hannah involved with Warwick Davis as well, then meeting her? Or because she seemed to link the two together of how you two met and the meeting with Warwick Davis?
Stayven! God damn it, Stayven! Do I have to, like, talk about you live with your mother and stuff?
I have a broken neck, I'm being looked after.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable. The man has a broken neck. I think if there's like any circumstances in which you're allowed to live with your mother, having a broken neck is probably like up there. It's in the top 5, certainly. Not having any legs is probably up there as well. Yeah.
Or arms, you know. As an update, by the way, that Mr. Tweepo had a reply for you, Simon. Apparently, his mother would provide a lot of Jaffas and not hog them all for herself.
Oh, that's lovely. I think I need a little bit more of information about the Jaffa Cake situation before I, sign up to anything. And get
on it, Tweepo. Get lots of information about the Jaffa Cakes and everything, and then you never know.
I think you're avoiding this subject, Simon. I think we should press you.
So how did you meet Hannah?
Why are you skirting around? She's provided ample information about Jaffa Cakes. What's wrong, Simon? Are you're not interested? No?
Do you know what this is called? This is called projecting.
What's it called?
It's called projecting. I can't speak. Fuck you. Projecting. I need to have a drink. I've gone a bit hoarse. Sorry, Stayven. I didn't want to bring that up again.
Careful, I might hit you in my car.
Oh God, yeah. Be careful. Jesus. Gives him like a flashback every time you say it.
Oh God.
To that fateful night where a horse fell out of the sky.
Fuck this! It just launches itself in front of the
What kind of
couch.
a horse is that? It sounded like a
It's a talking horse. I mean, have you ever heard a talking horse apart from Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed. No, oh my fucking god, that's an older that only Americans will get as well, I believe.
How many talking horses are there? It's not like there's a lot of modern fucking references I can make about talking horses. I don't know, maybe there's one in fucking Twilight or something. There's probably a talking horse vampire.
It glitters as well.
Probably does. Probably does. I wouldn't fucking doubt it.
Oh my god.
So how did you meet Hannah? You married?
No, can we not got more questions? Can we keep going around in circles about this? Just because I'm the only person with a girlfriend in this chat room doesn't mean that, like...
Although, to be fair, if you did answer the question, it'd make it a lot easier. But anyway, will you do more D&D episodes?
Oh, goodness.
I asked Sips yesterday if he wanted to do another D&D episode, and he said... Actually, no, I asked him today, and he said... yes, and am I doing the fishing tournament? And I said, yes, I'm doing the fishing tournament, and then I forgot about the fishing tournament. So yeah, possibly. Possibly.
I like D&D. I used to play it when I was at uni. I was doing games programming, so we kind of played D&D to get ideas, and then actually made the ideas, the stories that we made up in D&D, like into a game storyline for when we were programming. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Well, it's cool in a nerdy cool way.
Oh yeah, it's nerdy cool.
The first D&D we did was a bit difficult because Simon was GMing, and it meant that he was paying so much attention to numbers and dice rolls and all that shit that he didn't really actually get to play, and that kind of made it all a bit slow. But when I sort of ran it, it was kind of a bit smoother because Simon could just fuck about. And I thought the D&D podcast was one of our funniest.
I think we all shined in the latest ones with, Sips making his campfires is a particular highlight for me.
I love Sips. When I first created the Yogscast, sound like a fucking god or something. When I first envisaged the Yogscast, I really wanted to have Sips in it, and he kind of went away for about a year, didn't he? And then he's back, so I'd like to get Sips involved.
We did call him. Was that the second one we did?
Yeah.
Sipscast.
Yeah.
That was a train wreck.
He was.
That was such a train wreck.
That was a long time ago. But the point is that he is a funny guy, and I want to have more of him in the podcast. Probably more so than Yoey, because Yoey, the conversations we have with Yoey go absolutely nowhere, and then he breaks everything. So yeah,
He breaks everything.
People are doing quite a lot of references to you at the moment, Lewis, on IRC about like, what does the scouter say about his dodge level?
Because you're avoiding the question.
I used my trinket.
You're evasioning.
Let's see. Simon, do you use your beard to attract a lot of women, or do you simply use it to keep your chin warm?
I think it's sort of a contraceptive. It keeps them at bay, if anything. Yeah.
I don't know. Certain women like it, don't they?
Yeah. Other bearded women. Yeah.
Dwarves really love it.
Yeah.
Intriguing. See, my beard grows very strangely because I get it like past my chin, like under my chin. I get a proper full Amish beard, but it never actually grows just in beneath my bottom lip. So I get is the Amish
like a neck beard. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's all I get. I don't get anything below my lip. It's so annoying, and it's ginger.
Oh, a ginger neck beard.
Yeah.
Oh,
proper
my
Amish.
God, that's amazing.
You said you were in the best guild in the world, Stayven. I'm not.
No. Technically we're third because there's, according to Lich King, Paragon for the Horde and City.
The Finnish guild. Yeah.
I'm in the best English speaking. That's all.
I think they speak English. It's not
Well,
very
yeah,
well.
but they do their raids in Finnish, and for the Horde do all their raids in German.
I think.
Yeah.
What does
For the
Finnish
Horde
sound
recruit
like? I
Germans.
just kind of like picture like the noise a dolphin makes, like skipper. It's just like clicks.
Skipper.
Skipper. Yeah, Skipper.
The bush dolphin.
What's that, Skip?
They call him Skipper. Skipper. Faster than lightning. Oh, Skipper. He's so great.
What's that, Skip? We need to dodge the frost tunes?
Taken from us. I'm afraid.
Oh dear.
Fun times. Let's see. Another question. That's a shit one. What class did you first play, and what, if any, class do you wish to re-roll in the upcoming expansion? Starting with Simon.
Oh goodness. I need to cough.
Hang on, I'll take this.
Turn the mic off.
Okay, go Lewis then.
Simon, he's not very well, bless him. He's like Terry Wogan. After he's sort of done about half an hour of the show, he just starts getting really chesty.
We've been doing this for 2 hours, haven't we? It's been 2 hours of this.
That's true. All
Oh
right.
my
Well,
goodness.
an hour and 40 since we
Very
started
well.
broadcasting, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well,
Those first 20 minutes, they were amazing, and everyone missed out on them.
They did.
Oh, it was glorious.
We went through all the best content then, you see, when no one could listen, because it's sort of just much easier.
Simon's playing a hunter. I'm probably playing a paladin. I probably won't be healing due to the terrible backlash I've had from my videos where people will watch me heal. But we'll see. I mean, I'm probably going to be leveling a couple of characters just because the old world's changed. Everyone wants to level characters, and I recommend it because it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to level without Recruit a Friend for the first time since they introduced Recruit a Friend, just because the leveling's so awesome. I did a Goblin on the Alpha to level 60.
Good grief.
I mean, it's kind of... Bloody hell. Don't spam my Facebook page with questions of how I met Hannah, for goodness sake.
Oh god, I gotta look at this.
Bringing it on
Oh
myself.
my goodness.
But, yeah, I recommend everyone level up alts and see what you want to play, because kind of Blizzard like putting variety in with the classes rather than making more homogenization. Every class feels a bit different, and often you don't know until high level whether that's really your play style. So you need to find something that you like playing. Because I think a lot of people level a class, stick with that class, and never play another one. But I've tried to play a different character every expansion. So I was originally a priest in vanilla, a dwarf priest. Then I was a gnome warrior. Then I was a hunter back in TBC for Sunwell, and then finally I've actually been a Death Knight this expansion. So I've been definitely mixing it up.
Awesome. Yeah, I did the same. I mean, I was a hunter in vanilla, then a prot warrior in TBC, and then Resto Druid and Wrath. And I'm hopefully staying as a Resto Druid, but I don't know. Depends what I needed to be.
I originally rolled a druid, but it
Yay.
was so incredibly boring that I sort of stopped at like level 15 or something. Rolled a paladin and played that through vanilla healing and TBC, healing a bit of off tanking. Wrath wanted to tank, that didn't go amazingly well. And re-rolled hunter, and having a lot of fun with that. Exotic pets for the win. Also pests, exotic pests. And I'm gonna level a priest. I don't know quite what I'm gonna do with it though in Kata. Yeah, looking forward to doing like instance runs and exploring the new areas in Kata.
So
We had a lot of fun doing the instances, didn't we? There's nubs, like level
Yeah.
30s or 20s or
We're
whatever.
currently sort of playing through some of the low-level instances just to see what's changed, and frankly, I'm shocked that I don't remember the old instances. I mean, we've said this in the videos, but just by adding maps and the quests at the start, the classic dungeons, it's made such an enormous change to how they play and how they feel. You know, you don't get lost in Gnome Regan, you just play it through with a lovely little quest line, which has like 5 blues, and you come out of the dungeon with like a level and, you know, several blue items, and it's just such a nice thing to do.
It's cool to just like queue for an instance, get instantly teleported to it. You bring up the map, it tells you where to go, and then you can actually concentrate on playing and not I mean, God, in vanilla, you'd have to actually get to these fucking places like Maraudon and fucking Desolus. Just getting there and then finding the right instance portal.
I know.
Took for fucking ever. It was
took
just
ages.
unbelievable.
I mean, imagine Sunken Temple. Imagine going on a Sunken Temple run without summoning stones, without the stones at the instance. You'd have to get there. You'd have to fucking find the place. Half the people wouldn't even have it on their map. And then you'd have to go all the way down through a shitload of trash just to get to the dungeon portal.
Oh God, yeah.
This is true.
And then the actual dungeon itself, Sunken Temple. Fuck. But
People would have to do it for like their class quests though, to collect like feathers and shit to get
The point
trinkets.
is that the thing is that we have kind of got used to this, which kind of means that when we go and play another MMO that's based on WoW, because all modern MMOs that have to be popular these days have to be based on WoW, it's kind of sometimes it's a very old school WoW thought, and you do have to walk to the instance portals, and you do have to do all this stuff, and we're like, fuck that, we want our maps and instances, we want our convenience, and it's just the little things that you miss when you play other MMOs like that.
We miss the polish, the simplicity, stuff so that you can just concentrate on having fun and exploring a new world, a new place, rather than actually worrying about, Are you typing? What are you doing?
It's not me.
Good
Stayven.
grief.
People are asking about Brian Blessed.
You remind me of Jessica Fletcher in the intro sequence to Murder, She Wrote. You're like tapping away on your old little typewriter.
I'm trying to be quiet. I didn't think you could hear that.
Grief.
Blame Amariel. He's talking to me.
God damn it, Amariel.
Blame him.
How dare you?
Apparently, people are saying that you also live with Brian Blessed, son.
I don't live with him. I mean, he visits a lot, sure, but I don't live with him. Good grief.
Well,
He's married.
Is he there at the moment?
I'm going to live with a married man. That would be weird. That'd be creepy, wouldn't
Does he
it?
perhaps need anything to eat?
He does like his jam sandwiches.
Mm.
I never have any jam. This is why I'm a bit worried about that guy's mother, about ending up with her and the Jaffa cake situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that if you live with someone like Brian Blessed, who eats loads of jam, you're never going to have any jam in the house. I went to Asda the other day. I bought 48 jars of jam, came back, put them all in the cupboard, put a lock on the cupboard, took the cupboard off of the wall, put it in a safe, put the safe into a slightly larger safe.
Mm-hmm.
I entered a random string of characters as the password, and I then buried the safe out in the woods. And I then coated the woods in tar and concrete. I then dug up all of the woods. I put them on a spaceship. I drove it to the moon. I then blew a big hole in the moon, put the wood in the middle of the moon, covered it back up, and then I knocked the moon out of orbit so it would go into deep, deep space. The moon then entered another galaxy where there were these alien species that coated it in this diamond sort of crystal globe. So it's like a snow globe but with the moon inside. And it was amazing. It looked so magical. And I thought, my jam will be safe. And I then went down the next morning to have jam on toast. And of course I couldn't because it was buried on the fucking moon. Galaxy. But at least it was safe from Brian Blessed.
Do you have any form of small amount of jam that you might be able to entice Brian Blessed over with? Because I think some people want him to say hello.
Oh fuck me!
God.
It's a request show.
This isn't a sketch show. Oh my God. Hello!
got any jam?
Hello, Mr. Blessed.
Thank goodness.
We haven't got any jam. We haven't got any jam. It's on the moon in a different galaxy.
Brian, have you finished
Fuck
doing
off.
that fat nap you promised you'd Lord?
10 left in 7 yards.
Hey, Brian, how do you like your eggs?
Scramble!
Hooray!
Yeah, that'll keep people happy.
Okay. Well, there we go.
That's good.
Okay, I reckon it's time for another weird and wonderful question.
Oh God, really?
So how did you and Hannah meet?
Well,
Hannah's already told us on IRC,
Oh really? Has she? Oh, I missed
Yeah.
that.
but she just
Sorry,
wants you to
sorry.
say it on air, you see.
Oh dear.
she's a Yognaut, alright? She's a goddamn Yognaut.
She's
There
a
you go, I
fan.
said it.
She's a fan of the show.
Said it.
She sent an
That's-
email to Lewis,
She
and
did.
enclosed of it in it was a picture of her topless.
Whoa.
And said, "Oh, I'll have a piece of that." And they met up in a seedy motel where they booked a room for an hour, and they
That's
left.
all.
They left
I mean, that's
after
all
12
true,
minutes.
Simon. That's all true, except for the motel.
Oh, okay.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, now people know, you see. And now it'll stop all the incessant asking from everyone on Facebook and everything, you see. So it's probably a good thing that you said.
Hooray!
So, this weird question, right? Okay. If you were paddling upstream on a chocolate river in a kayak
Oh,
and
God.
one of the wheels fall off,
Oh.
how many pancakes can you fit inside a doghouse?
I thought this was going to be like a proper physics question.
Random lol, monkey
Joy.
cheese, lol. I mean, kayaks don't have wheels, do they? That
No.
that was
No.
immediately stood out as this question just being like random nonsense.
Yeah.
And then as it continued, I just my brain basically started to dribble out of my ears. You know when you have a really heavy cold? It was like that, basically.
Pink.
But pink.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Which is your favourite colour?
See, I've got just got PM'd by someone that doesn't believe your story and reckons you should post a picture to prove it,
Ooh.
Okay.
which I think is a very crafty way to ask for a picture.
Is it
You're
okay
not
if I
gonna see
post
Hannah's
it, but
tits.
replace her face with my face? Is that,
Ah!
is that okay?
Let's see. Do you guys plan on making "The Thing Is" your motto sometime? Because I think I've listened too long. Cause I now what?
Well,
Because
yeah.
I think I've listened too long. Cause I now even say it.
Mm.
The problem is
What?
that it's
The
all,
problem is, that's not much better. You just replaced one of the words.
Well, the thing is that yes.
The thing is, we don't even say it that much. Really.
well, someone made a remix, didn't they? And I think that we're not going to suddenly stop just talking the way we are because someone doesn't like it. Yeah, everyone has things they say and ways of speaking. We probably say like too much. I like B.
I do like saying like.
Mm.
Yeah.
Apparently, I say "fair enough" quite a lot.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but I think these things go in circles though. You say certain things sometimes, and then you get over them, and then you say other things. But
True.
it's just
It's kind of worrying that there we go. It's kind of worrying that people who listen to us end up speaking a bit like us,
Mm.
and they take on our mannerisms, and I mean that's terrifying to me.
That's quite cool. I'd like that.
That isn't something which is. I mean, that's a psychological thing, though. I mean, that's like one of the things that's very, very infectious is laughter. People tend to pick up on other people's laughter, and if they like that person, they laugh in a very similar way. Like, I laugh exactly like my dad does, and it's unconscious. And I only realised it when I met my dad recently, and we got on really well. Cause he's not a big laugher, my dad, but he has quite a unique laugh. And I was surprised, but I've also noticed it because other people do similar things. They laugh in the same way as people they admire. Like if you admired Tom Cruise, for example, how would you laugh, Simon?
Oh God! Why do you put me on the spot like this? Is it because I kept asking about how you met Hannah? Is that why? Is this just revenge? This is very petty. It's very petty.
You do a fantastic Tom Cruise laugh impression. I just want to hear it for
It's
for
just
my.
loud. I just have to be loud. That's what all of these impressions are. It's just me being loud. That's the key. Oh god, it's just mad laughter, isn't it?
Yeah. That's how Tom Cruise laughs. That's almost spot on, actually.
God. Can't breathe as you do that at the same time.
Apparently, the Minecraft Halloween update just went live.
Oh yeah,
shit,
alright.
son.
We'll see you later, Stayven.
Restart Steam. Restart Steam. Oh wait, it's not on. It's not on. Is it?
Apparently, it's been up for 2 hours.
Oh goodness.
No, I think that means.
But
I think he's talking about our show.
what's?
Actually, it could be. That is true.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
has been 2 hours. Not just said, yeah, he just uploaded the Halloween client. Cool.
how am I gonna play Minecraft and Fallout New Vegas and like do the 2 dailies on WoW that takes me 20?
Get triple screens.
Oh god. Yeah. I don't think my computer could handle that.
No.
Also, having to buy another 2 monitors probably isn't the best thing in the world. I don't have room for 3 monitors. This one's
It's
like
awesome.
widescreen that I've got now, and that's just, it takes up pretty much all of the desk.
Yeah.
Huge.
I'm running 324 inches. It's just awesome. It's amazing.
324 inches.
Monitors, yeah.
What the fuck? Do you ever play like any flight sim games on that?
I can play World of Warcraft in 5760 by 1200 resolution.
What is the point in that? Could you see behind you with that?
Well,
That's-
basically, it fishbowls it on the outer screens a little bit, but you can see 2 screens extra worth of distance to the side. So, looking at for void zones and stuff, you can see everything. It's amazing.
I've seen everything. I've
This
seen
is-
it all.
so-
This is what I'm talking about, Stayven. That. I mean, who normally plays WoW and has that?
Oh, I don't normally play it
You're
on
in
triple screens. I only
Ensidia.
play it on one and have one screen for IRC and one screen for random websites where I read stuff during raids and stuff. Because
Do you know what, Lewis? I think
Raids
that's
are
what's
easy,
holding
yeah.
us back. That's what, well, that and the fact that you backpedal using S to get out of fire. I think this is what's holding us back from being like pro raiders like Ensidia. Kungalush Anonymous could be like Kingslayers on heroic and everything. If only we had like 3 widescreen monitors each.
Yeah, that's the secret, you see. Mine are awesome though because they can rotate from landscape and portrait, so I can make it 3600 by 1920,
Oh,
so it's like
right.
the equivalent of a 49-inch TV, and just lie in bed and watch films. Let's see. Have you punched Bruce Willis in the face yet?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna punch Bruce Willis in the face!
I haven't. No.
Okay, next. We just burn through all these. Old man.
Can we
falls
expect
over.
to see more teamwork with Yogscast and TotalBiscuit?
No, probably. It's up to him entirely. Anything that he suggests, we're likely to go, okay. It's fun doing stuff.
Well,
with it.
TV said he'd be listening, so
It is a lot of fun doing stuff with TV.
Mm.
So yeah, I mean, if we can do some more collabs, that'd be cool. Both.
He is an awful lot like Lewis. He's got this sort of like this professional sort of outer coating, and then you crack it, and inside there's just this crazy bastard who just rants at everything. It's amazing. Ah, bless him.
let's see. A lot of people have been asking about the song in the beginning of your YouTube video when you were in Scarlet Monastery with the
Next
Ashbringer.
question. I don't answer questions about YouTube songs from 2 years ago. For God's sake.
That was.
There has actually been
ago.
quite a few people asking about that song, saying
I
it's
don't
been really
know.
bugging them. They
Find
don't know
out
what it is.
yourself. Jesus.
Doesn't
fuck.
it say on there?
No, I don't know. It was so long ago. How am I supposed to know that?
You know what they should do? They should find out that there's like a phone number you can call, and then you
There
play
is.
music down the phone, and it'll identify what you're playing. They should do that, but have the Yogscast
Do
playing.
that. For God's sake.
There
Next.
you go.
didn't seem too happy with that one.
I can't stand these questions. That is like my pet hate. What's the music on your video?
I love all of these questions, and I love all of our listeners. They're all lovely people. They are. Mwah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the subject of Carl Pilkington?
Oh, I love him. I referred to him earlier in this podcast, but Carl, he's good, isn't he? I've been watching the Idiot Abroad thing on Sky. Love it. It's good stuff. I always sort of felt you can't do a podcast without sort of knowing about the Ricky Gervais podcast, and that is basically just Carl Pilkington, isn't it? So, yeah, I like him. Simon, you're a fan as well, aren't you, probably?
Yeah, I don't know. I think lately it's just gotten a bit too farcical. It just seems to be ridiculous. It's like, how much of an idiot can he act? And I don't know, he's sort of become this stereotypical idiot. This sort of everyman character. I mean, it's good to use him in, TV shows like that. You have this everyman idiot bloke plonked in this situation he's uncomfortable with, and you just watch watch everything unravel around him. It's like an awful lot of these like comedy movies that you have, and like sitcoms, except it's like a real bloke. It's like someone say, "Oh God, the vicar's coming round, and I've got 4 hookers here. Oh goodness, what am I going to do?" It's like Carl Pilkington he's put in ridiculous situations, and he just sort of acts naturally, and it's that natural, behaviour of his that shines through and makes him, quite a good comedian. I mean, that's essentially what he is. He's a comedian.
Fair enough. There's people on IRC saying, asking if you can laugh like Ricky Gervais, Simon.
No.
There's something I can do. Hang on. How do I do this? The annoying screech thing that he does.
Yeah. That, man. I've not heard that before.
Yeah.
You better not start doing that on a regular basis.
Every podcast from now on. Let's see. Next weird question. There's lots of weird questions left now. Hi, Simon and Lewis. This is like a shit weird question, right? I played World of Warcraft up to the first expansion, and like most people my age at the time, 19 to 20, I quit. Because of Cataclysm, my interest has been rekindled and now play. However, I find it odd that most people that play World of Warcraft now, and most people who view your YouTube videos, are much younger. Does this fact make you feel like a pedo grooming children?
Actually, it does feel weird to like add friends on Facebook, and then like Yognauts and fans add them, and then I add like someone that I actually know that I've met, and they say, how come you've got like all these like 16, 17-year-old boys added you on Facebook? I have to explain. Say, oh no, you see, it's fine. There's nothing dodgy about it. There's nothing dodgy. No. You see, I do this thing on the internet, and they like me. You see? So it's fine. It's nothing weird. It's not weird. No. Oh God. So yeah, it does get a little strange sometimes, but I just deal with it.
The fact is that not, again, like I said before, not that big of a proportion of our viewers are of that age anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. What are some of the worst, awesome, and most exciting jobs you two have had?
I once worked for Pfizer, who make Viagra. I worked for them doing drug design. That was an awesome job.
Did you ever get any freebies or anything?
What I've done?
Oh my God! Really?
We've talked about stuff that I've done in the podcast and stuff, but I don't know. It's a difficult question, isn't it? What's the most exciting job? And I think the most exciting job is what we do at the moment. We're trying to
Yeah.
Trying to get this stuff going. Good answer.
Did you say drug design for a Viagra company?
Drug design. That's what it's called.
How do you design? Surely it only has one purpose anyway.
Well, drug
What were you
design is a
designing?
kind of pharmaceutical terminology, which means, you know, the optimization of a route to a particular pharmaceutical. It's to do with my degree and guff, but
It's very interesting, Lewis. Can you please tell me some more about
just
drug
hit
design?
the desk with your forehead. Yeah.
I worked at All Days convenience store. Big shout out to the All Days posse.
Yeah.
Richard Wincup and Lawrence and Ben and James Black, of course,
Oh yeah,
and
James.
Andy Davis and
Andy the D-Man Davis. Is that?
yeah, of course,
Yep.
and Barry, of course. Oh, Barry, he was one of the best bosses I ever had. Crazy hair.
Crazy man.
Oh, what a lovely man. He was lovely. I think I was related to him. This is the weird thing, right? In these little towns, like where I came from, in the Cotswolds, you're basically related to everyone. Everyone's related. Everyone,
Like the royal
married.
family.
Yeah, yeah. It's like everyone's sort of slightly inbred, but it's a couple of generations ago. So it's like, you know, you're someone's cousin second removed, or, you know, their auntie married, you know, that brother, and then that brother's daughter is that guy's, you know, whatever, grandmother, and everyone's like vaguely related. It's just terrifying, absolutely terrifying. And there's like these big families that you get, and everyone has the same surname, and you think, you know, hang on this estate, you know, there's, you know, we'll call them the Smiths. I don't want to say things like the Hathaways or anything, because that would be bad. So there's the Smiths. They live at number 4. There's Smiths that live at 8. There's Smiths that live at 14 and 16. There's also Smiths that live at 24 and 28. It's like, what? How many fucking Smiths are there in this little town? There's only 12 people
Like the
in
Matrix.
town. Yeah, exactly. Or agents. Oh my god. So yeah, that's how
Sometimes.
you design a drug. So there we go. Hope that was helpful.
So there's another stupid question, okay? This is just
There are no stupid questions, only stupid people.
Yeah.
true. Well, this is made by a stupid person then, which is actually more random than the kayak one.
Okay. Go on.
3 people walk into a bar. The first one is an old man with a long beard, think Gandalf. The second is a tall dark man with scars all over his face and a Charlie Chaplin moustache. And the third is a dwarf holding a tire iron in his mouth. Which one of them is eating a Jaffa cake?
If you've got a tire iron in your mouth, it's hard to eat a Jaffa cake. I'm thinking the Gandalf guy could be, but it could be difficult if he's got a huge beard to actually get the Jaffa cake in. I had this trouble in the past. If I haven't shaved in a few weeks, my beard is so big that it's hard to push Jaffa cakes into my gob.
My goodness, really?
So I'm thinking the
So that
scarred
it all
black
sort of
guy.
pushes around into a kind of sort of a
It's basically like an afro, but on the lower half of my head.
right.
Yeah, it's like that. So I'm thinking it's going to be the scarred black guy with the Hitler moustache, because he's scarred, he's seen a lot, he's been through it all.
He knows about the
He
world.
needs the comfort of a
Yeah.
Jaffa cake to soothe him gently. So I think it's him.
Fair enough, that's that
I
question.
hope that satisfied that peculiar person who answered that.
So there seems to be quite people asking quite a lot about, did you actually test Viagra, Lewis?
No. Well, test. What does that mean?
Did you take any?
No, I didn't take any when it was being tested. No, or any other time at all.
Damn, I was about to ask.
There was another question which I saw recently. A lot of people have been commenting saying that I sound like Will from the In-Betweeners, which is quite strange because I actually went to school. He was in my class. I was in the same class as Joe Thomas, who is actually Simon on the In-Betweeners. So, strangely, I do have that in common with the In-Betweeners. Oh,
That's quite cool.
that's Ollie.
Someone's dog's barking.
Hi, Ollie. It's good to have Ollie in the show, actually, as well.
Hi, Ollie.
It's not actually Ollie. It's like when there's Brian Blessed and Warwick Davis and the Queen here. It's just me. We're joined here by Ollie.
He has cameo appearances in the Yogscast. Mostly
So
when he's
somebody-
hungry.
Somebody called Anton asked, how much gold do I have to give Lewis to make him marry Anton?
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not really in much need of gold since I made about 90,000 gold off glyphs in the latest glyph fest. So I'm currently absolutely fucking got gold coming out of my arse. But Simon probably...
You should see a doctor about that. Jeez. Can't be a good sign. I mean, are you eating like the gold coins that you get for Christmas, only you forget to take the foil off? Is that what's going on here?
Oh man, I used to love those gold coins you get from Marks and Spencer's. Yeah, I love those. Get some this Christmas. That's a good idea.
Maybe
What the other
Anton's
say?
Anton's thinking like IRL gold, real gold that he will give you.
Oh,
I'm not sure. Could be in real life gold.
maybe, I don't know.
He just said gold, so I'm not sure. But yes.
What were you going to say, Lewis, before I interrupted you about gold?
I was going to say, you know, like how Halloween overshadows fireworks night? We should do something for fireworks. Shouldn't we? It's in like 5 days.
It's a good night for me. It is.
We should do something with fireworks.
For fireworks. Because it's more of a British celebration, fireworks night, but it always gets like forgotten about until Halloween's over, and then oh fuck, it's fireworks night in like 3 days.
Yeah, I actually broke my neck on fireworks night. It's 5th of November.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ, Stayven, can't you shut up about that for 10 bloody minutes?
Just remember the
By the
5th
way,
of November.
I broke my neck. Horse coming out of the sky. Dude, was it a fucking was that what it was? It was a fireworks spooked horse. Someone had been tying fireworks to it.
Someone
That
shoved
could be
a
it.
massive rocket up the arse of the horse.
But
It went up
flew
in the sky. Yeah.
I wondered why there were sparks coming out of it.
It's a spent firework horse. Well, there we are. We've got to the bottom of that mystery.
Play safe on fireworks night if you're listening to this,
everyone.
children.
Don't fool around. No laughing matter stuff. Sparklers in the eye.
Yeah. Always wear gloves. Don't touch hot metals and fireworks when you've lit them.
And don't do drugs.
Don't shoot things in people's faces. Don't shoot fireworks off. Don't throw fireworks through letterboxes through people you don't like. Don't do that.
No. I've never done that. Apart from that
What?
time in France, when I went to France during Bastille Day. But that's a different story.
Yeah, it was
Really?
French people. So that's...
Explain.
No. Tune in.
Has it been
YoGPoD.
7 years? Has it been 7 years since you did that? So I think then
1998 it was.
that's okay. You can talk about
It
it
was
then.
when France
You
won
won't
the World
get
Cup. Can I talk about it without being...
Yeah, you're fine.
Is that the statute of limitations on
Yes.
fireworks in the mailbox? 7
Yeah,
years.
it's 7 years. Yeah.
What's the statute of limitations on like other crimes? Just so I know where I am on those.
Well, minor crime, like
Yeah.
if you shoplift a penny sweet or a Freddy the Frog or something, it's only 2 months.
Simon, how fucking old is that reference? A Freddy the Frog?
They still do
That's
them.
awesome.
They still do
A
them.
penny sweet?
They still do
I don't
Freddos.
think penny sweets exist either. You have to pay about 5p for a chewy...
I think it's 15
Total.
for a Freddo. The Frog.
20p now, I think.
20? Oh, fuck me. It used to be 10p. This is
I
madness.
stole a packet of Polos when I was...
Conservative government for you guys, right there.
Is that okay?
It's
Can I
2
say-
months. If you steal something that's worth, 20p, anything less than a quid, after 2 months you're allowed to talk about it. That's the statute of
They
limitations.
can't get you after that.
If you kill someone, it's a bit longer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a
bit
tad.
longer.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's getting a bit late now. It's been 2.25 hours live, so I think that's probably a good time to wrap up.
Goodness.
Well, it was very enjoyable, and thank you very much for coming on the show, obviously. And on behalf of Nordrassil Radio as a whole, yes, definitely, it was a pleasure having you.
It's a pleasure talking to you, Stayven. We'll definitely keep in touch and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd certainly want to link our videos to your proper guides, because I think that people deserve a decently written guide to a boss if they search for it on YouTube.
Yeah, and no one can beat my awesome paint skills. Definitely.
Yeah.
Quite.
Someone drew a like guide on our guild to like Thor him, and I think it looked like Mickey Mouse taking a shit.
Oh, good grief. What a lovely note to end things on. Beautiful. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for inviting us on here.
That's no worries. And say thanks to the Queen, Brian Blessed, and Ollie, and everyone else and everything as well. And the last request before you leave is, would you be able to sing us out? They'd like a song.
What kind of song are you thinking?
I don't know.
Something Fallout.
Everyone wants you to sing.
Oh, beautiful.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle, jingle. I got spurs that jingle, jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle. Jingle, jangle, jingle, 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 jangle. Jingle, jangle, jingle, 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 jingle.
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 Oh. On behalf of obviously Nordrassil Radio and Yogscast, thanks for listening. And yeah,
press the stop button.
I am. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
World of Warcraft is your passion. We are your passion soundtrack. Nordrassil Radio.
Do workwear, do streetwear, do sportswear, do homeware, do breakfast, do lunch, do dinner, do brunch, do vegan, do veggie, do naughty, do healthy, do cardio classes, do a new pair of glasses, do a round of 18, do films on the big screen, do a holiday booking, do new pans for cooking, do video games, do clothes from big names, do skincare creams, do the phone of your dreams, do it big, do it small, because Darbian does it all. With Mango, Boss, Five Guys, Hollywood Bowl and more, you can do it all at Darbian. Visit darbian.com for details.